But at this time, they're going in 40 seconds to spare. So not as much chaos as Simple completely destroys LTC, and Issa does have something to say about it. Answering back from Heaven, he does get 1 kill in their favor, the first of 4 more required.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to come from, though, to be honest. I mean, Valda's flank may render him 1. I see Electronic checking this, though. And so now, what on earth can you do? There's so many corners to check, so many different Z-axis. You've got to clear lower, higher. It's getting awkward. Valda's shots cost him his entire health pool, which does mean that this round is going Navi's way. Simple just needs his 3rd frag. 1 bullet would do it. Oh, 1 bullet does it for Issa as well. And Simple picks up a 4K that I'm not supposed to get excited about. Nice work picking up the 1st.
That was very nice stuff, and I expect to see a lot of this. So just to talk through some of the woes we were noting within that game against Virtus Pro, was there were a lot of gaps that were left within rotations and timings, and that's something that you can only really pick up on a map like Overpass if you're playing it a lot. Those natural timings of when the Ts could have pushed long and flanking you if you're the sole A defender holding bathrooms, for example, knowing when gaps have been left open by your teammates. Overpass is one that can be very, very strugglesome in that regard. And it will be the force buy, well, not the full force buy, but the upgrade of pistols for OG here.
Yeah, good point. They have been good at winning these rounds. They did so on Inferno as well. Second round on their CT side, managed to bounce back from the pistol deficit. It's the same approach from Navi. 4 SMGs and 1 rifle.
They love it.
Yeah, they did this before in Inferno. It didn't work out for them, and there is a bit of aggression towards Connector here. Perfecto. We'll just close the door and get out of there.
I always find it so comical. It's almost something out of a cartoon. Just closing the door. No, thank you. We're not interested. But it seems like I am now because Mantu's already got the 1st and Issa's got the 2nd.
Dear.
Not a repeat of Inferno, surely.
They're going 1 by 1. The old classic.
That's full control of water. Where's that bomb? It's completely loose towards Fountain for now. So with this disadvantage that's been clawing back now thanks to Electronics frag, you do still see a man advantage for OG.
Are they going to try and get Flamey down the ladder? Really?
Do it, Flamey.
Oh, it actually works out. The timing is perfect. Well then, Simple. You've been brought back into this round. He has the Krieg, the only rifle available. See now if he can use these footsteps to his advantage. Smokes are coming in towards the site. MBK, you're in trouble, my friend. Simple knows exactly where you are, and here come the Molotovs.
Oh, I kind of loved the smoke to reposition to Optimus, but it's not going to get him what he wanted. Instead, it's going to be a site plant, and Navi digging their heels in. This is a 3v5. These 3 surviving members of Navi have managed to manufacture up against the Deagle and the Kevlar vests. Of course, no helmet for Valda. As you can see, his health pool just disappear after the MAC-10 does connect. He'll just have to accept and cut his losses back away, preserve the weapon. We will see 2-0 for Navi, getting off to a good start. Needs to convert the 3rd as well. Will be coming up next and should be expected to do so.
After losing the first 2 frags as well, good bounce back there. I'm not sure if that was OG being too aggressive or Navi just playing it very well. Either way, managing to claw back those 2 kills they lost in surprising fashion there towards the connector and end up with 3 surviving. So no harm, no foul. We are going to have Electronics with 2 kills on that MP7, taking us straight up to $5,000 here. MP7, not as popular these days, but this is it, make a rare appearance. This is a shot right up there towards the connector, through the door, straight to the head of BoomH.
And Electronic was very quick to adjust to make that MP7 work. He's got his SMG of choice, trying to be a bit of a hipster. Throws it over to BoomH as he gets himself a Krieg. Makes a lot of sense. Simple, Flamey, and Electronic. The 3 names I'd be listing as their god-tier riflers.
This is a still kind of scary round, right? Because this has saved the MAC-10 with the Deagle, so they've been able to drop that other Deagle across to Alexi B. Valda hit some bangers of Deagle shots over there on Inferno. I'm not letting Navi off the hook just yet. I need to see some very convincing rounds coming out of them to know if we're stabilizing back to the team that we've all come to know and love, or if OG are here to play today and Inferno was just a masterclass from them.
Yeah, the answers are coming. Towards long. How does Electronic check this one out? Oh, wow. That's a very clean first 2 kills. He actually connects into Issa as well on the rock. Will eventually fall to the Mantu USP. Nice stack towards long to at least take one of those rifles away, but unfortunately nowhere near a CT that could actually have made good use of it. It's been picked up already.
Alexi B, the only player that can really do something with this round now. Does manage to recover the MAC-10.
Loses half of his life to pick up that MAC-10. There could be more to follow. Yep, nade down to 20. Nice work to suppress this, but Navi, they have to be cautious. They're treading lightly because they know that, yes, it's a 3v3, and yes, all the weapons are favoring them. There is still just one mistake away from an advantage to OG, and they've got 35 seconds to get this bomb down.
Smoke towards the end of long here from Simple. Allow them to get close towards the bomb site here, but the Deagles, the CZs, they can thrive in this sort of environment.
25 seconds.
This is Alexi B going for the old nutmeg. Chad, he's going to sit inside the smoke. Low HP, why not?
He might
With
get
this
away
time
with it
remaining,
too.
they might even just walk past him. Oh, this could be perfect. On 20 HP. Not quite. They're aware of all the tricks. I think everyone is at this point, and it will be Flamey to confirm the round here. Even with 5 seconds remaining, there's no chance they lose this. MBK is nowhere to be seen, and it will be bomb planted, round over, maybe a Mac 10 to recover at the top end. But a nice try from Lexi B. I like the idea.
Yeah, look, they're making these rounds still dangerous, and Navi having to walk around on eggshells after just a blunderfield first map, really, where they didn't show up in any way that they were hoping. They have to now walk through the paces of this as if they were versing Astralis again, right? You're down a map, every round counts. OG have already shown that they can fight you with what Counter-Strike you're bringing today. We heard from Blade, obviously we had him for the pre-match interview, was talking about how with the schedule, it's 5 matches in a row. That has changed from stage 1 to stage 2. Stage 2, it's consecutive. Stage 1, we went day on, day off, day on, day off. Gave you a bit more prep time.
Yeah.
You're relying on prep to get you through these games, then you might be struggling right here as the timeout, sorry, US Air Force brought to you by OG, who have taken it this time round.
Damn, that's not a particularly encouraging statistic, is it? OG have won 4 of 17 of their series in 2-0 fashion. 4!
Yeah, it looks very likely to be a third at this stage, but this round will be indicative as to what sort of game we can expect. OG do have the sniper in the hands of MAhvMh7z now. They have the rifles out as well. Sure, it was a rough start, but they lost a pistol. It tends to happen, especially when Simple gets 4 kills on a P250 in the pistol round. We are going to see a B lean from 3 players here. Electronic focusing towards middle, just showing a bit of presence there. Doesn't commit towards playground, just suggesting that someone could be. Nades towards the boost, and right now, Navi looking very assertive outside the B area, walking up towards shore. Simple leads the way.
They just smoked Monster at the same time. So, if the Electronic got away with that territory for free, a late B could have been on the cards. Now it might have to be a quicker B, because the flank could come in.
That's a nasty way for Valda to go. Over the smoke, on the sandbags. Just a perfect, tight line into the dome of the Dane. Puts us back into a 4v4 game. 60 seconds on the clock. Alexi's got something in store for us. Is that a monster smoke? That looked too easy. What a lovely monster smoke that is. You can throw that so comfortably. No faffing around with lineups and pixels. That looked very nice from the Finn.
Simple set up the flashbang here. It's Perfecto to lead the way. Flamey wants to get the smoke down first, then the flashbang will come in. So once that's established and they feel like they're ready to go towards Monster, Simple's going to flash them in. He's going to lurk from short. Flashes won't do too much for Issa. He's ready for him, and oh my goodness, it's working out very nicely. Alexi B does substantial damage towards Perfecto as well. 20 seconds remaining, and Simple still towards shore. So difficult to remove him from these positions, and even on 12 HP, he's still got a good chance of winning this. Has to recover the bomb first. Where is it? Finds it. It's 10 seconds remaining, though. They don't have an HE. Yes, they do. They can deny this without even having to look at it. There we go. Comes in, touchdown.
MBK with the start and the finish to that round. He took down Electronic and Simple. So pretty good stuff from MBK, taking out the 2 biggest threats.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn good list of scalps to be collecting up against Navi. Not bad, and a big first round for OG and the first kills from MBK.
Just to note, with MBK being spotted so aggressively on the first gun round, that is going to force one of 2 things out of Navi. You can either just go faster into the B bomb site, knowing that rotation is going to be forever away, or you need to now go and fight that. You need to push up through connector and suffocate them so they can't just continue to take that territory.
Wow, look how much they just ran through the Molotov.
Yeah, well, they didn't extinguish it, so they're suggesting that no one's actually gone fast towards playground, so I guess that's just taking a little bit of damage, and there's a chance they might not assume you're towards long. But they actually have 3 players there, all things considered, and they do have a pretty decent buy. We'll see whether this causes any sort of reaction. You can see MBK alone on A, checking towards long now. He does smoke it, actually, towards the end, just to buy a little bit of time, not feeling 100% secure as his teammates hunt for intel here, pushing offshore. Flamey ready for it.
Yeah, but he's going to get traded. Traveling in pairs does bear fruit then for OG. He was just the lurk. And they're going to start piecing it together. You can see the CT side. They had 4 players B. Now they've got 2 invested deeply in towards the A bomb site. Smoke up long for their progress. Looks like Navi are changing their plan. Back to the drawing board. Perfecto through underpass. So they're going to rotate all the way back around. BaMH is suggesting it by clearing out T-spawn. Ooh.
They do like to run down the clock.
Alexi's vacating it. B. They're completely
They're
rotating.
gamble stacking here. Off of what? Off of, it must be one of these gut calls from Alexi. That's the only reason they'd be doing this.
They did say he likes to call those sometimes. Everyone should stack A. I've got this. He did throw a smoke towards the short position, but there's no one on the side. Alexi will vault down and actually try and defend this now, knowing they're coming in towards B. He's in a lot of trouble. No one behind him, but the smoke still stands true. Incendiary to deny the plant. Might be a bit late. It's with this smoke down as well, so we can't do much with this. Flames do land, though.
And they've caught BaMH. There's no one on the bomb. Nobody can plant. They're going to lose the round by virtue of the clock. There's nothing Simple can do. Electronic scarpering towards spawn with the Krieg, and it will be the second for OG.
There we go. Again,
wow.
We said the time has been an issue for them. They keep making these calls to go back towards B. Alexi B had actually called for a stack at A, but that one smoke he had at short, that locked him out for 20 seconds. When they actually had to commit, 15 left on the clock, and the absolute chaos ensues. Everyone's trying to contribute by throwing their utility on the side, trying to get that bomb planted. It's very messy, and it all falls apart. And they will have 2 saved weapons, though. That's going to be Electronic and Simple. Another force buy. We know they enjoy them. Early stages of T side, no big deal here. They can go for this if they really want to. And it might work out for them, especially if Mantu misses that shot and gives Perfecto the first kill of the CZ.
That's going to work out wonderfully. He's going to be putting in and out the AWP. Not known to be an Orber, but certainly going to be happy to contribute with more than just the CZ75 for the rest of this round. And now Electronic is taking a whole lot of space for free very quickly into the piece. He's calling long clear, walked up all the way beyond the normal CT control, so he can call this entirely his domain.
It's important that he's hidden on that right-hand side for the CTs, or for him it would be the left-hand side, I suppose, of that position, is because when you're jump picking like Issa is right now, you're not expecting players to have already crossed. You can see his crosshair placement is not going with the rifle to that side of the screen. He's still holding a very, very wide angle. So Electronic, with the territory, doesn't look like he's done a lot. There you go, now the jig's up.
Yeah, Issa gets a lot off that one, but admittedly it's quickly paired by more utility. Would have the attention drawn anyway. I think Alexi fancies something a bit naughty here. They're going for the boost.
Oh, they're going to wreck this. They're going to ruin the boost.
They're stacking up. Both of them are trying to boost. It's getting real awkward in the battlefield. Navi have got a frag. Issa's gone down. NBK looking to claw one back. 30 seconds. They have to find a site at some point. Simple's got the bomb and NBK's got a double. Simple with only 17 health. They may not make it to a site again. BaMH is exposed.
Oh my God.
NBK's on for a mad one. He can even find 4. Simple goes down. NBK with the quad kill to win the third. There's nothing Electronic can do.
That's wild from NBK. It happens again. They get the opening kills, all the map control, the timer runs low, and NBK strikes. It's the Krieg that's on for the ace at this point. Electronic, $0, 0 teammates, and now 0 time. He will have to wait until the next round to have any sort of impact, as it's completely shut down by NBK. They recover all the T-sided weapons as well, and we go 3-3. Money is wrecked. Electronic gets no extra income after surviving the previous round with no bomb planted, and his teammates only getting $2,400 loss bonus as well. They are pretty much full eco here. NBK, just as they were down a man, looked like it was going to fall apart. He manages to find a bit of wiggle room here and absolutely dunk on them. With his final kill towards Simple, he had the bomb as well. Round confirmed.
This is the same trap Navi found themselves in with the CT side of their Inferno game. The constant buying and force buy scenarios and the saved guns. It keeps tricking you into thinking that you can make these rounds happen, and normally Navi can pull them off. But OG, they're actually standing tall.
And on a map that they're much less versed with than Inferno. Electronic takes the nade from Valder as a cue to walk through the smoke. He's right to find the space. And he's just taken their head off of Valder. Okay, well, that's one way to open up the round. When you've only got one rifle, Electronic takes some initiative, and he takes a headshot too.
We've had mid-round aggression before, right, from OG to equalize up in some of these situations. But they're not really mounted anywhere to do so right now. They will just have to stay in a 1-3 formation.
They love getting these opening picks. That hasn't been a problem, but that jump down might be. Sound cue given away. Might suggest there's 2 players there, but certainly someone. And 40 seconds again. They have 1 smoke here. Electronic will be the one to throw it. But they're so far away from a bomb site here. It does beg the question again, will they be beaten by the buzzer?
The clock, the 6th man for OG at this point.
NBK needs 2 here minimum.
That's the first, a clean one. What a scout to take as well. Simple gets dropped. They're making some noise as well. Flaming needs a quick 1D, not going to happen. The Krieg just devours him here. Perfecto's been spotted. The Shadow has given him up. And NBK can pre-fire this, which he will. And that's towards lock. On for another ace here. He doesn't get the 4-4-5th, but he's done damage towards Boomich. Is the bomb being planted? Yes, it is. Down towards Optimus. A chance here with the Krieg. Electronic. Already got 2 kills.
Staying for the Angel, and he does win it out, but Mantu's quick to trade, which puts Boomich in his unarmored Glock clutch. He switches the burst fire as a nade explodes behind him. He's down to 29. There should be no universe where Boomich does anything with this.
Well, he set it from stun to kill, and unfortunately, it'll be him that's taken down. It will be OG picking up their 4th round, Jad, 4 in a row. On a map we didn't think they would stand a chance.
Yeah, and stats tell the story that they shouldn't. Some of these rounds have been a little bit shaky. They've come down to the details there, and NBK in 2 back-to-back rounds has done a gargantuan job. An individual who within the OG roster, before they've come into the Pro League, his stats were not looking fantastic, but it feels like he's reinvented himself, at least here, because some good signs now. 9 kills to his name.
Currently, Electronic sat 3-on-1 in opening duels.
Okay.
And that's in the last couple of rounds as well. He's managed to actually find these openings, so they're not being converted due to the likes of NBK sticking the landing. As we'll get into round number 8 here, you can see Mantu just looking away from the flashbangs to kick things off. Happy to challenge out, and so it's Valda overcommits though. That spray a little bit too long. It does lead them to an equal trade. That was on the other side of the map though. Mantu will be taking out Electronic. Simple up 14. This hamstrings him going into the next situation here. Incendiary down, and Boomich walks into the spray. Great stuff from Alexi B there. He should be down.
I mean, he was full flash. Yeah, he just got that kill blind. His teammates are telling him he got the kill. Flamey does well to find the nade kill, but as soon as they have just a burst of momentum, it's a chill your beans. He does. He can realize just how under scrutiny he is, and that smoke completely denies any Navi rotate.
Yeah, they're locked in now. They have to go towards B. They know it. CTs know it. And you can see Issa's actually retreated all the way up towards long.
That was fast.
Yeah, he's just bailed out. And MBK's joining him at A as well.
They're worried about the connector gap right now because that would be the biggest point that the T's could take space off of. They're just putting the brakes on. They're waiting for any audibles. They're more than happy to just posture here. They knew that they were trapped in from that position. I think Navi thought that the claws were in a little bit deeper, and OG thought that there was a bigger gap than there actually was.
They assumed they'd locked in, but they actually could have got out through connector. They just had the door closed. They had no one in there. They couldn't take that risk, I suppose. Smoke towards heaven. Flamey now with 25 seconds. A flashbang will come through. His 2 teammates will focus towards Monster, but MBK this time silenced. Mansu though with the AWP. Can he connect the dots here? Needs another kill, but Simple on low HP keeps the dream alive. With 15 seconds remaining here, it's up to Issa. He does find Simple. 1 versus 1 now. Knows exactly where the last player is. He's on the bomb side. Perfecto behind the pillar. Drops the Molotov. But Issa gets through it. This shot, who will come out on top? Perfecto brought in for his clutch ability. Not the most difficult one, but does manage to nail it. 4-4.
Needed that.
Just to note, Simple immediately was looking behind because Issa was the guy who originally flanked. If he had gone with his gut, which was obviously to rotate all the way back to A through the long position, and he'd come through spawn or CT, maybe he would have had a more advantageous position right there. But his mindfulness here to play a passive angle like that in case he was getting aggressed on, I thought he had done enough. But Perfecto still manages to win out these 1v1s.
It's a huge round to pick up as well. The damage they've done on these low buys have left low G with just pistols here. They don't force buy, they've gone for barely a partial. This would be in eco territory. Nades towards the boost position. No one there to receive them. This is a must-win round for Navi. Give this one up to the CZs with no armor. It's gone all sorts of wrong for you. Short control found. MBK, I don't think he gets a kill. Electronic with a shoulder peek, gets the information, puts him down. Takes through Perfecto. A couple of kills for him, just wants to get the hell out of there now.
And just Valda remaining with the Perfecto's 3rd. Good to get some frags on the board for Perfecto. Flamey's going to find the last frag he needs, and that's the end of that. 5 for Navi, each side of our second map, and it's their pick, so they are looking to translate this into a third. We have got none other than Dust2 waiting.
That'll be a banger.
Yeah, I mean, both of those teams have actually won their previous series on Dust2.
I might foresee a pace change coming out from Navi now.
Ooh, nice shot. What kind of pace? Slow, fast?
I think they might just do something more as a unit and less mid-roundy, just because at this point of the game, they've already guaranteed themselves 5 rounds. Obviously, you want as many as you can, but that is quick. Volda and Mantu just maul them with the aggression. Simple. Can he do anything? We'll grab one with the AWP. He's going to force the CTs now to be on notice. They will drop back. They've done more than enough.
Did he tag NVK as well with that frag? Because I don't know where Nathan's health had disappeared to. Might have been another player throwing some bullets down range, but it could very well have just been that one AWP bullet.
Could have been. The man advantage for OG now with Flamey encroaching up towards shore. His teammates got the bomb. That's BaHvMhh with the bomb on his back. They are going to choose B as their final destination, but Alexi B ribs Flamey away from the group. And that's going to actually cause enough confusion to find BaHvMhh as well. Bomb down, Simple left and up. 4 versus 1. Smoked out of short. His options are very limited, to say the very least here, as MBK is really going for a huge backstab here. Simple probably kills him, to be fair. It's kind of kill he finds, but this time he misses.
Yeah, it was a no-scope from... He's on the moon. He's no-scoped MBK. I could see that. He's pretty good.
He's not bad. Here's Valda, though, aggressive at the very start of the round. Finds himself a couple of kills with Man2.
Here we go.
Of course, Simple came in and had other ideas, but wasn't quite enough towards the end. 5-5. OG keeping this one competitive. Now, after T-sided weaponry, Galil, not the most appealing, but still, it will help them out to save some catch going forward. LXB invests in the grenades. They Molotov off towards short here. Another pretty standard round from Navi. Focusing towards playground. They've already got through the initial incendiaries. They've got BaHvMhh watching the extremities of the map towards Monster. Flamey is short. Is looking for any boosted players right now.
And
speaking of which,
way, yeah.
Hello.
Either side of the wall. Oh, Flamey gets caught by the very thing he was designed to find. That's nasty. 4 versus 5 then. Navi working at a disadvantage for round 11.
Well, BaHvMhh has made the call. Looks like they're leaning towards B. Bombs outside with Simple. The AWP, not ideal, as they look to set up a smoke towards Monster. Lands very nicely indeed. We've had that a couple of times now. They'll have to push through it. BaHvMhh lead the charge. Hasn't had the best showing so far in this series. Flashbang lands at their front door, and he's going to have to find his first. And he splits the difference, goes between both. Simple, though, I've got a feeling he's going to find a couple.
They're doing very well not giving him the lines of sight he needs.
Yeah, tucking themselves in towards that water position is the best place for him. They know he's got an AWP. They start dropping our utility now. These are flashbangs, work together. He's missed another shot. That's an access point. Apply the pressure. Lock them out. The Galil's doing great damage here. Sure, Issa goes down, but he dinked Electronic in the process there, and they're going to have to save with 15 seconds remaining. They have to go back again and save more and more weapons.
Yeah, OG are looking fantastic. All of these mid-round moves playing off of each other, the boost, the smokes, the flashes, everything's looking good. We came into this, Henry and I, and look, I'm going to stay with this stance. I still think it's unlikely that OG win this map, but let's paint a picture where they could. If they can get 8 or 9 CT-sided rounds, right? If they can get 8 or 9 CT-sided rounds, that's a decent half considering all of the other details here which we're putting into context. The fact they don't have many officials on it, they haven't had a chance to practice it that much, one would assume. When you're thinking, and Navi are a good team on this map, right? So if they get 8 or 9, that's pretty decent. And then the way that they abused BaHvMhh in the last map and his tendencies, if they have another one of those, it doesn't necessarily have to be BaHvMhh, it could be Flamey, it could be anybody. But if Alexibi has a couple of pocket strategies built around exploiting some tendencies here, they could win this map.
Well, they'll have to get through this round first, and there's a lot of firepower out there. It's the Krieg of Electronic, the AWP of Simple, both striking in the initial stages here of round number 12. Desert Eagle for Perfecto, unable to upgrade just yet, but there are guns available out there on the field as we'll level things out to a 3-on-3. Anyone's round at this stage. AWP of Man2 will be positioned on the flower bed towards long. Decides to fall back here. Lots of time on the clock, but they have been very efficient at running it down, I have to say. Simple with the AWP, they've got no grenades, but they have recovered the Krieg. That's in the hands of Flamey. No armor for him.
Nice little glimpse at the 3 remaining CT angles.
Very tense round, this one. Simple's alive, and you know it. He's got the AWP. No information. You know you're waiting for a mistake. And Mantu actually bests him there.
It was a leg shot trade. Mantu just aiming a little better than Simple in that case. And now Ace is going to find another. Flamey, no armor, looking for a clutch, but Mantu's done more than enough.
Jesus.
A 7th now found for the CT side.
They got to be eco now.
I mean, there's 2 members on 3K.
I feel like the amount they've invested is coming back to bite them at this point.
They're
So
buying, baby.
Simple can work with a deagle. We've seen him
he
actually
can
do a lot of
he can
damage with
definitely
a
work
deagle.
Like a Bill Galil or a deagle, but it's really not an ideal setup. They certainly would be bringing out the AWP. So Mac 10.
Give him a Krieg.
Perfecto's got a Glock. Is there anything else? There's another Mac 10.
I was going to say, if you got the Sanji treatment, oh no.
No one wants that.
I love that that's a thing now.
But we'll see all 5 players outside B. I think this is a set piece now, considering they've lost 3 rounds in a row. The defaults aren't working out, but they're running out of time. They've thrown all the grenades in here. Bowder burning to a crisp towards barrels, and then Mac 10's going to find him, surely.
You'd think so. Where on earth are OG? They're coming in from behind. That's where NBK's only going to get the 1. Flamey trading, 3v3. Alexi perhaps is going to go unchecked. We've seen the sandbags position for CTs actually prove very powerful, very potent.
They're not planting yet. He actually has time here to get Perfecto, the Mac 10, and that denies the plant as well. He jumps up the grenade. Not going to be enough, but does substantial damage towards Flamey. And it leaves us in a 2 versus 1 now. Mansu knows where one player is, on towards that bomb site, but needs to segregate them here. Shot needs to come through quickly. Can he find it? Nails it. Knows he needs to stay alive at this point. Has got the advantage. Down to 6 HP, and Simple will finally take him down there. It felt like he had enough to get one more shot off, and it could have been the difference maker.
That would have been huge if Mantu won that 1-on-2 situation, but not getting that is going to be felt in quite, well, the hard manner here, because the economy for OG, these rounds being back and forth, how close some of these finishes have been, it's going to leave them with most likely only pistols here. You can see that he was ready.
What could he see? Okay, just the tip.
Yeah, Simple played that perfectly, right? Because there were so many positions that they did have to worry about, but ducking his head down means he couldn't have been taken off, and he was in a position to trade, which he did perfectly. But it will be the force buy. They've gone all in on this.
They really have. Oh, and they're bringing aggression. Mantu's feeling himself right now. He really is. He's found the first kill onto Boomich. Flash from Alexi B ensuring his survival. A second being thrown to engage a retreat. Valda's going for some aggressive AWPing onto Simple of all. And he can disappear. What just happened? OG, they've forced by and have brought the fight to Navi with a double kill to open the round.
When we spoke to Mantu in the interview, he said that Valda uses the AWP in practice and hits some absolute bangers of shots, but he hasn't really brought it out in official as well. Now we're seeing it.
Yeah, now he can swap it over. Mantu's happy to be given his weapon back. It's already covered in the blood of Simple.
That's a good point. Valda getting the AWP, showing some confidence and finding them. This huge advantage, but is it enough? Perfecto, Electronic, and Flamey will live on. Alexi B flashed in, and Perfecto gives up his position here. The nade just goes over the top and do so much damage here and lands in his face.
Ouch.
Recovering from the scenario, desperately just trying to stay alive at this stage. And we'll see them hold on to this small advantage they have. Remember, they came in with just pistols. They've got the AWP of Mantu. It has found a first opening frag. Valda to join in as well. 20 seconds remain. The timer again for Navi. They're going to have to check this close position. Alexi B pretty much guaranteed a frag here. Just needs one. One bullet from the Deagle would be enough. Can't connect it. 10 seconds now.
Mantu does hit that shot. He's hitting them all at the moment. Bomb needs to be stopped, and Flamey's done a sensational job of enabling that bomb plant. But where is it? Where is it? I'm not sure he's got time. Survive! Survive if you can! NBK will! And another round for OG. My goodness, Navi, the clock, the 6th man on the OG squad has done it again.
God.
We say, like, it's by the skin of your teeth a lot. That one right there is, and if they get through this round with a victory, considering the money situation, NBK was the only player to survive, and what he carried through was actually a CZ. He didn't even pick up a weapon. If OG are able to steal away a 9-6 lead going into half-time, considering the way that this game's played out so far, this is gritty Counter-Strike. You can see how much this means to them right here. They're battling in all these scenarios.
They're giving it their all. I think they're starting to believe as well that this is within the realms of possibility. To giant killers. Good tag onto Mantu just through the smoke. We'll keep him honest, but nothing concrete, nothing carbon.
So the next round begins. Final round of this first half. Simple does have the AWP once more. Up against not much at all on the CT side. Winning that round will leave them with just MP9s and FAMASs here. They have to be a bit more active.
Yeah, look how active they're being, Henry.
Yeah, pushing off towards short, just trying to get information here. The flashbang will come over momentarily. In fact, they've just gone for the dry swing. And now, Flamey patrolling that area. Very tense out here. The only M4 available in the hands of MBK. Been fantastic so far, sitting by the smoke. Time ticking away once more. 45 seconds on the clock. Blades teams historically known to be some of the slowest of all time. Maybe seeing some of that playstyle reflected here on Overpass. Been a few rounds, it just hasn't been enough. Going into the last few moments, and once more they are locked out. MBK dropped though.
Yeah, that's going to start things. That's going to get the ball rolling.
They're going to be with a bomb?
It looks like it. They're
20
transitioning back
seconds.
through connector here. Valde's in the perfect position for this.
He's ready.
See Electronic checking it, and another double kill from Valda with 15 seconds. Alexi,
Incendiary.
this frag is everything. They're burning as well. They can't get through. 10 seconds, he can't even plant Perfecto. Oh, chaos ensues, and OG take 9 into the next half.
In my club, Nisi run it up. Why you won't ship it like you talk? Cause you not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you won't ship it like you talk? They can try, but can do it like Vinny. I ain't tripping. They can try, but can do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
We need to talk.
I assume this is about
Armageddon. Yes.
Cause I don't feel the same way I used to do. Every time I see you, I know the truth. Cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't faze me anymore. I can do my tears into gold. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, no, I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I don't care as if, cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you don't. I know people come and go away. Sun is low, that's my time to shine again. Cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry.
Katowice,
No.
that swan song performance.
He is he's dipped on off a lot right here, and maybe OG have identified a lot of his tendencies to be punishing him as an individual right now, because that T-half would have been a hard one to call with how OG bounced on into it. The CT side is maybe where he can do some of his better work, though.
You'd hope so. It can't get a lot worse than that. 5 on Inferno, 2 in the first half here. We'll see if he can step it up. They won the pistol, then lost that second round force buy. We'll see what BaHvMh has got up his sleeve this time. It is a Glock headshot connecting towards Perfecto. Takes him down to 20. Hides behind the barrels for now. PT-50 for Valda, but no armor. As they continue their push up towards long. Just going to be Mantu there.
This pistol is everything for OG. For Navi, look, they can still battle back through. We know the force buys are potent, but if OG win this pistol, they are setting themselves up with the potential to 2-0 Navi, the team that just took down Astralis yesterday, the team that won IEM Katowice about a month ago, the team with the best player in the world. And right now, OG are poised, ready to bust out into the sewer position. Looks like it's going to be in control right now. Out they go. They will be spotted. Electronic makes the call. They still have this utility. Looks like they're setting up towards B.
Here they come. Flashbang, very effective indeed. Flamey's going to do well to get a couple of kills here. Only good for the one. Electronic, nothing. And now BaHvMh, who hasn't had a good showing so far. He does a bit of damage, but it's a 4-on-1 for the big man himself. Issa, you are one brave individual. Even though it's a 4-on-1, Simple can win these rounds. You do not want to offer up kills for free. They're all giving it a go, but it will be Alexi to close things out there. Double digits for OG. Nice B execution of Though close things off, and great map control at the very start there. They got towards bathrooms, long, confirmed information there that the CTs didn't have.
Yeah, and right now for Navi, traditionally it would be a force buy. It would be scouts, it'd be deagles, it'd be smokes, it'd be whatever.
I think it might be again.
They might be rocked at this point though, Henry, because their approach to the game, it isn't working right now.
You're dead on, but it is going to be the MP9s and deagles.
Here we go.
I've never seen a full eco Navi. It doesn't occur too often. Once
like
in
a blue moon.
Yes, exactly. And we will see a good chance of them winning it as well. That's why they do it so often. Like, for all the rounds we've seen falling away, like, they have saved a lot of games over the years.
That's true.
With these sort of purchases, and we'll see whether the Desert Eagles can perform once again.
I have a sneaking suspicion it's actually going to be that Electronic 5-7 that finds that first blood. He's tucked in by the... Oh, he's not. He's playing the close corner. I thought he was hiding.
He won't get flashed as much if they do go for it, but he is good for one kill. He's not going to be landing it, though. Issa nails it. This is a force buy, remember, as well. Another huge round here. It might not seem like there are pistols out there, but Navi are capable of winning these rounds. You have to treat it like a full gun round. And they've done damage towards Simple and Perfecto. They've got the man advantage here. Went for Galils instead of MAC-10s. I like that. I'm not sure why Navi focus on MAC-10s and one rifle. I already prefer the Galil right now in today's game.
You need a mix for sure, but I think if it's predominantly SMGs, you're going to have a tough time, especially with the ranges on a map like Overpass.
If they're whittling down the clock with smokes, you've got MAC-10s and you're locked out, you can't boost over, you can't get picks, you're kind of stuck. Ooh. Speaking of boosts, here's one for Simple. I've got a feeling this one could be a little bit tasty.
Misses his first, but adjust, and now they know where one of the two remaining players are. He was the booster, not the boostee.
This is so thorough right now from OG. Just the details, right? The shallow flash on the corner initially to catch off Electronic, being aware of the connector push, using Molotovs, smoking them out, forcing them to either push through that, wait 20 seconds, or fall back. Either way, you've alleviated pressure onto the A site. Smokes are plenty. Good flashes. You could see how much pressure Simple was under. As soon as he misses a shot, instantly they react, and now Perfecto trying to survive. He gets taken down. All 5 survive for OG, and all they need is one gun round where they can exploit a tendency of Navi, and they can close the door on this.
This is the second game for both of these teams in their second stage here of EPL Season 11. OG opened things up against Mouse Sports and lost 0-2. Navi beat Astralis 2-1. If OG can come back and take down Navi, another huge name in the table, this will be massive for them. A win like this could save their bacon.
OG are helping Astralis right now.
Yeah.
And Fnatic and FaZe and all these teams with this kind of a win.
You're absolutely bang on. I hadn't even thought about the round-robin ramifications.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
So, full eco here, 12-6 pretty much locked in, unless we'll see some sort of meltdown here from OG. Like I said earlier today, probably about 6 hours ago at this point. There are so many rounds that are won by USPs in today's game. You used to just have to treat the partial buys like gun rounds. Even these rounds can be deadly. You can see these stacks coming in, and there's already these weird setups. He has spotted 4 towards middle, so that's going to be the cue. Just run towards B, but the CTs, of course, will be gallivanting over as well. But luckily, it will be MBK and Issa. They've got full control of the B site. There should be no chance to give this up. It's only the Mac 10 that goes down, so that's perfect. They were hunting for information with Man 2. He already gives up that one SMG. What a ding that is from Simple, though.
How does he do it? Oh, yeah, another one. NBK gets chunked down to 3 HP through a smoke and about 6 kilometers. Distance was never my strong suit, but NBK should be the one to, I was going to say get the frags, but looking at his health after that initial exchange with Simple, he's just going to contain and a perfect angle to exit.
Walking the tightrope there, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he is. This Molotov should deal with the push. Poor old BoomhMh is going to get his socks all burnt.
BoomhMh is a stubborn player in the form of aggression, and I've seen it in a lot of players over time. JW's one, but you've seen how JW's reinvented himself, right? Like, he still can get away with the aggression, but it's like today when we had him in the post-game interview, it was like, JW, this move here, you know, were you doing this intentionally? Like, yeah, we got told about that, and that's why I was playing like this. Whereas BoomhMh is, in a lot of situations, looks forced, because his job, he finds a lot of information, which then he can give to Simple and Electronic, and they can capitalize, right? But at the moment, he's just getting blown out of the server, and him still with only 2 kills to his name.
Yep.
He's hemorrhaging right now. This is like having Zeus on the team still. That's
7 kills over 2 maps now, and we're going into round number 19 of the second. So really not ideal. You're dead on with the comparison there. Like, it is dead weight at this point. It's a player that was so stubborn on the first that you were losing rounds by virtue of his aggression, that was unrelenting. The in-game leader, no one's going to be there to tell him to stop, I suppose. He kept doing it. He's pulling the strings. And now, admittedly, very good performance from OG, but he just hasn't shown up to this series at all. And he was one of their MVPs over at Katowice, which led them to the trophy. Like, he had some amazing moments. Normally, you'd be thriving in your own environment.
Perhaps just as he was growing accustomed to the LAN environment, he's been thrown back into the environment that he cut his teeth on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while of a acclimatization process.
Well, this is a huge round. This could decide the game. There'll be eco after this if Navi give it up on the CT side. The loss bonuses won't be there for them.
And
might just be 4 spies for the rest
if
of
they'll
the
be
half.
as thorough. That's what I'm intrigued about. You know, will they check Electronic? I'm seeing so many backs turned. They may be operating under the assumption that it's clear. So many backs exposed, and it's checked. That'll spring everything to life. Electronic has found Navi the opening kill they needed, and he's just retreated back. That does incite them to charge into the Simple AWP. This is feeling much more like a Navi round, and Simple connecting AWP shots is a good start, but now Alexi trading. They do have access to the site. Rotate from BoomhMh. It's a Molotov. He is often like a moth to the flame, but this time he's more reserved. Flamey on the flank.
Huge trade there towards Simple. The fact he only gets 1 kill in that round, he's the absolute clutch player, always finding multiple kills. And this time they've actually got an even situation, a 3-on-3. Remember, if they win this, it will be maximum loss bonus for the CTs. Will only get them so far. Great shot coming in from Valda. Perfecto now, left of BoomhMh, who's only got 2 kills to his name. They have got a smoke for the bomb. They've dropped it on top now. And need to remember the lineup here, Valda. Throws out the flashbang. The defuse will be coming in momentarily, but they don't have a defuse kit. It might not matter, as it looks like they're absolutely fine.
Oh, saved by the bell. Saved by the Perfecto smoke as well. He did that underhand from Bankside. Had to make sure it was perfect. And he does manage to acquire the 7th. It was a necessary round for Navi.
They hadn't touched the bomb when both the kills had come in at that point. I feel like the smoke was just causing too much of a ruckus there. Had they just basically stayed AFK in the bathrooms, they win the round because there were no kits available, right? But obviously they don't have that information, and it will be Navi scraping together a round after finding the first pick. Comes down to the 2 versus 1, but they keep 2 players alive, recover the AWP. Still the same story, though. They're fully invested. They give this round up, their money will be broken, and they'll be 13-7 down. A lot more stable this round with the AK-47 out there in the hands of Perfecto, but Flamey just with the MP9. So 3-1 in the second half. 9-6 to OG to finish the first. Making their way through connector. 3 players here. In terms of CT presence, not a whole lot. Just 1 player on the A side of the map. That's Electronic. Got the opener before. Flamey needs to be careful. That's a very vulnerable position to multiple angles. You can be boosted behind on the window as well, but he has got BoomhMh to watch that angle. You can see that's why he's got his crosshair towards that particular spot. An opening kill.
Oh dear. That shouldn't happen.
And
One
it's
flash.
Perfecto to save the day. He can do this.
He's got the first onto Monster. Issa flashed off, and now Simple's rotating in. Will catch the flash player. The flashes keep coming, but so do the frags. Perfecto's done such good work. Valda was full flash, just gets shut down. Same could be said for Issa. And now the advantage is just completely and totally shifted. To try and extend that was Simple. A ballsy maneuver. Mantu's trying to bait Simple into a peek. Alexi over the smoke.
Simple playing this so well.
And they're
Just off
playing with the
smoke.
X-ray off. This is nice just to see if he was going to get any sort of information. As it fades, nothing. Not a peep.
All it takes is one player to step out of line here, and it'll all crumble down, but they are playing it very well. You can see a very disciplined Navi at this point. OG waiting for the mistake, but they're running out of time here. 10 seconds. Alexi will have to drop off in the next 3 and just go for it. It's Mantu. He makes the first move. Doesn't work out for them. This round is falling apart. Trying to cause financial damage at this stage. Doesn't work out. And even after finding the first 2 opening kills there, Chad, Perfecto with the AK-47 saves the day, ruins the finances of OG, and potentially keeps Navi alive.
Yeah, Perfecto staying alive actually enabled Simple to get a free AWP kill because you could see as they were coming on through, check this out, he gets the first. So the player that Simple kills is actually facing towards Perfecto's position. Simple just shoots him in the back because they're so laser focused on clearing out this B bomb site.
Well, they've already got 2 kills on the site, right? So they're going to assume that's all that's left. There's going to be 1 player remaining with Simple's already rotated over. You can see Boomer's starting to find some impact now as well. Gets himself a couple more frags, up to 4. Never too late to arrive.
They can still, look, this map from start to finish, we have painted as a Navi win. The fact that they are behind here doesn't change the fact that they are the favorite in this map. Even though maybe the odds have shifted, OG have looked threatening at points, they've started to play some fantastic CS. But Navi are the favorites, that's for sure.
And a reminder, of course, that the rounds that they have been picking up, as you can see there with the hypothetical, have been 1 versus X situations. Clutches have kept Navi afloat. Now, well, they've got a real opportunity to close this gap. It was a 9-6 half. Of course, you could see OG got off to a flying start, 4 rounds on the trot, but now it's Navi's turn. Just a single piece of Kevlar and a Desert Eagle. That's fortunately not hit any of their priority targets. The nade does do good damage, though. Mantu cut down to 50. And ideally, they just explode. Somehow it's not ending in a Flamey or Perfecto 4K. I don't know how it's not going to end in a Perfecto or Flamey 4K.
Normally how these ones go down, isn't it?
Choose. Here you go. Which one's getting it?
Flip a coin.
I reckon Flamey.
3 will do. Perfecto's stolen 1, and it won't be Flamey to find another. Perfecto takes 2. Flamey will take the 3, and we have a nice and expected 9th for Navi.
I really feel like OG had to win that previous round towards B.
Yeah.
They've given Navi an access back into the game now. After getting those initial picks, a 5-on-3 scenario, you'd think they'd close it out, but a gut punch from Perfecto and Flamey in the previous round is shutting down this eco. Nothing really to write home about. They do deny the plan, though. As we get into the next tier, we will see what the finances look like momentarily. 12-9 at this stage. Navi on the trail back, though, on the favored CT side of their map pick.
So if there are any pocket strategies that have been worked on from OG, we're going to see it come out within probably the next 2 to 3, maybe 3 to 4 rounds when they need a bailout, when they know that Navi's economy is kept kind of low. They need something. They need an edge into the game. So far, it's just been this default spread. The 2 opening picks that they had forced them onto the B bomb site. You think about this. We've only played 2 gun rounds so far in this half for OG. They won the pistol. They made sure that they converted the force. And then they were able to convert against the eco.
Yeah.
From there, they had the gun round. They lost the following gun round, then they had to take a save. So only 2 gun rounds so far within this second half, and they've been threatening rounds. So there is a chance.
A chance Navi will do everything within their power to avoid. Flamey aggressive in that monster tunnel. I'm intrigued to know what's going to happen when that smoke fades. Okay, so he is playing more passive now.
Yeah, they've got 3 players actually focused towards Monster at this stage. Boomich will be on the bomb side patrolling short, but he's backing the boys up with flashbangs if required. Smoke will go down, MBK makes a footstep, they know he's coming, flashbang to follow. Here it comes, down he goes surely, can't get one of those, too much.
He's 2 though, he calls 2 holding Monster. Now they might spring to life towards A. Simple and Electronic to hold it. There's no better duo to do the job, do it dirty, and already Electronic's found ahead. Alexi B's gone down, a 5 versus 3. Issa has to do something rather heroic, rather spectacular, and he just will fall flat. Instead, Valda, he's just gonna try and keep this Krieg, maybe just take a couple of CT players down.
Yeah, that's all he can do at this point. Navi look way too comfortable out there at this point. MAhvMh is the only player to be dropped. Valda will survive. Maybe not for long, though. He's tucked in the corner. He'll take it out of time.
There.
Yeah, so he'll get no extra money going forward. You can see $600. That's all he'll be left with as the loss bonus gets to the 4th stage. That's 4 rounds in a row against them. Full eco, I assume. Maybe a partial buy for a few of them. Valda certainly won't be joining them.
He's only going to have 4K next round. That's assuming he takes a full eco right now. So with that in mind, actually they have 1 more round lost before they get the full max loss bonus, right? They've only lost 4 in a row. So 1 more. Next round they get 34.
Next round they get 34.
Yeah. So he'll have that 4K, which can facilitate an AK and a grenade, or he'll have to buy a Galil and opt for the full utility. But it looks like another B play.
Yeah, and one that could be met by this HE. Luckily, no one there to receive it, but they have got through the smoke at least.
Line up, line up.
Looking for the boosted players. They'll happily sit here for a good 40 seconds.
Shooting gallery.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But for now, just going to try and get the bomb down towards B. Hopefully catch a player with a nade out. It's the only way these rounds can really work out for you.
And all of Navi are gun on at this point. Draw them in, and well, that's the pain train reaching its logical station. MAhvMh will actually grab himself a nice 3K, which will help pad the stats just a little bit from what has been solid ADR again from MAhvMh, heading in towards the 60 region after that round, but now it's crunch time. The weapons are going to be back out. You said Galil, Chad, you're bang on. Valda's had to make a sacrifice due to dying after time in the round before.
3 Kriegs.
3 Kriegs.
No warp. 1
Galil. And Mantu's Krieg has been fantastic today. Remember, on that first map performance of Inferno, he got, what, 25 kills and only 5 were with the actual AWP?
Yeah.
So his rifle has been great. There's not a requirement on the T side to get the AWP power. There's a nice little smoke there to extinguish the flames early on.
You could use that to fake when you're doing a 5-man something else.
Yeah, good idea.
They still haven't done a pocket execute that I was hoping to see come through.
This would be the time to do it, right? Your defaults, you're just not winning out in the 1v1 duels. You just wanted to have to get some post-plant situations down, or maybe Valda wants to help himself to a couple of kills in the connector. How has that gone through?
That's one of the classic smoke gimmicks that we've been talking a lot about recently. He's just pipped the timing. That's a nutmeg.
Is that a classic nutmeg?
That's a nutmeg.
That he goes through the corner, they've got no idea. They're waiting on the smoke, he's nutmegged them, and we're going to have a 5-on-3, but we're not done yet. Remember, we have got Simple alive here. Perfecto has had some heroics here on the B side of the map. Flamey, tucked in the corner of a Krieg as well, could do a lot of damage. And they need to go together. The spacing has to be strong here. Oh, the flashbang's going to be essential. Oh, no. This falls apart again. As we go into a 3 versus 2, they still have the advantage, but maybe not for long. Valda's so incredibly low. Trying to get this bomb down. No HEs, at least from the CT side, so that can happen.
Yes, and he needs to start that plan. They're going to smoke and boost. It will be rather predicted and actually nearly a collateral. He's done it again, Simple. In 1 game alone, he's tagged down another. The ball bang wasn't far off. He does connect. Issa straight through the boxes. Anders, that one's for you. And now Valda thrown into a 1 versus 2 to convert a round he started. It would not be in this mess if it was not for Valda and his incredible double kill. But now Navi, they have the advantage, and in a very big way.
They might assume he's towards short. He might want to fire. Let's not fire at all here. And that's the thing. I think if he'd just gone full AFK at that point,
full naughty.
Let them look towards short. That's the only way he wins the round, because the trade was always going to come in there. But a nice attempt, gets 1, but still Navi tied up.
It's another 1vx situation for Perfecto. I know he just had the trade off of Simple, but still converting that situation.
This is how the round started, though, Chad. When there's a 5-on-3 in favor of OG, they still lost the round.
This was almost a double here. It could have been done and dusted right there. Simple will find the frag, so giving us something to get excited about there. But yeah, Perfecto converting that, it's still going to go on his stat line as a 1vx situation. So regardless of how he does it, the safe pair of hands continues.
He's had 2 of them.
And if you have a look here, that plant has facilitated with the max loss bonus that OG can continue to buy. They're getting close. You know, look, the CT economy is not great. Simple has some money. Electronic has a bit of residual. Flamey, just enough. They get 1 of these rounds on the board here. They're able to make it relatively clean. Is 6 on the trot for Navi. They are starting to mount.
Starting to perhaps weigh up just how much is at stake here.
2 opening kills with the Galil. You don't see that too often. And somehow the round's not converted. Suggests that we might be done here on Overpass. OG unable to find a round in the last 6. They've been so close. And again, they've lost the opening frag. It's so Electronic to open things up. A minute on the clock here. They fall back. They've still got smokes, incendiaries, kits, of course, and an AWP for Simple. Not the same story for Man2. They could win a 5-on-3. I'm not sure they'll win a 4-on-5.
Yeah, the way you frame it's a good point. Advantages have been squandered in the past by OG.
So it'll just be a B finish here. They can smoke heaven, Molotov barrel, flash over. That's the only point of access here to B. That's it.
So many Molotovs.
There's the molly, smoke heaven, one flash, that's all they've got.
That was a very responsive smoke from BaHvMh. He had the pin pulled. He was ready to throw it. He wants them to really be convinced, but not going to happen. Instead, it's going to be Flamey from heaven to find the first. Valda, good shot through the smoke and tapping away at the head of Flamey. Does convert another, perhaps a few more twists. Perfecto has other plans, though, as another save of the day. Double kill from Perfecto puts 13 on the board for Navi.
Well, I questioned after map 1 if anybody else was going to show up to join Simple and Electronic, and Flamey and Perfecto, well, they've come to the bat signal. BaHvMh still lacking a little bit, but now they're coming online. You could see the way that this game started. They were very, very cautious on their T side. They got those 6 rounds. OG did a fantastic job to bounce on back. They've been playing some very good Counter-Strike, but it's been gritty CS, and it's still gritty right now. The thing is, they just can't get these final frags.
No, they can't. And now they'll be left with another partial buy scenario. The MAC-10's coming out, and this is where Navi start to feel themselves. They've got resources now. They can afford to lose a round, in fact. They actually have the lead, and they have T-sided weaponry, and they're going to have a bit more freedom on the map. This is where they'll start to be extra dangerous, and they've already got 6 rounds in a row.
We're seeing more and more players do what Electronic's done as well. He knows there's not going to be head armor in the majority, and so given the option, he's chosen to go for the MP9. It means he can play a different style of Counter-Strike, and with his current position, he is actually doing exactly what he would have done with the rifle. He's just playing in towards those toilets. Oh, and he could just get a mad spray down here. There are going to be MAC-10s hunting him down, though, so it's SMG v SMG. And, ooh, NBK was all too well prepared for that one. He will draw first blood. Navi are going to have to send Simple back out of the site so they can play retake. He's all alone, and he's already caught Issa on the cross.
Doesn't seem to miss this kid. They will be towards the A star, going to try and swarm him now. The quick scope connects, and he knows he's going to get a couple more here.
Oh,
He connects
my
that.
God.
This guy is on another playing field right
Simple,
now.
stop
This is
it.
insane.
He's just winning the round single-handedly. Showboating while he does it, leaping through smoke. Simple shot onto NBK was absurd. Oh my God, this is just Navi with their powerhouse online, I guess is the best way to describe it. The powerhouse continues, 23rd frag for him in that one. Flamey's alongside him, Electronics on par. Let's see this shot again. So this is cool, whatever. This wallbang transition into NBK, it goes from that into I know you're pushing, and he even manages to land another tag here with the no-scope through the smoke, even getting another kill, of course, onto the platter.
Ridiculous scenes. No one else can do it quite like Simple.
They put the AWP in Mantu's hands, Henry. You think they're going to send him out, see if they can take him on?
Mantu, do you think you can kill Simple? Not sure anyone can at this point. The untouchable will be sniping once again. This time positioning himself towards the A site. Deep back and towards the site itself. Not going to be challenging towards connector or middle. One more round will do it. Remember, it's Dust 2 coming up next, which feels like a certainty at this point. 8 rounds in a row for Navi. After such a great campaign on the T side here. OG got the pistol, the 3-0 conversion, and the amount of 1vx situations they've had, what, 3 or 4 now? That just haven't worked in their favor, or opening picks that just fall flat. It doesn't seem like they have enough on overpass to really convince me they can get themselves out of this mess.
That 2v2 is still so concrete in my mind. The Perfecto underhand smoke, they're both dying before they even touch the bomb.
Yeah, that was the turning point, I think.
Yeah.
Like the moment they gave that one up with such little time, the fact the bomb was even about to explode and they didn't even touch it with no kits, begs the question as to whether OG have enough in the tank to actually put this one over the line. They have no smokes remaining now. A Molotov, a couple of flashes, NBK desperately hunting for anything towards B. They all know it's a no one's falling for that at all. All right. That's got to be one of the most lackluster things we've ever seen. Simple, go take care of them at A.
Yeah, and he's already hit his first. Electronics hit the second. A is a scary prospect when Electronic and Simple are hitting their shots. Mantu did go kill Simple, but it is the only frag that OG are going to be posting in the round. 15 for Navi. They've found the momentum they needed to continue to keep OG honest. We are setting our sights then on Dust 2. The third map in this series if OG fall flat at the mark here in round 28. There is going to be some concessions in the buy. Their T side, to describe what OG have been going through, it feels like it's just been a B, Perfecto and Flamey, A, and a simple electronic. That's kind of been their walls. Two different pairings, but both have been thriving every time they throw their bodies towards the site.
Could be the final round here, chaps. 3 in a row for OG. This seems like a distant dream at this point. Not sure they're going to be able to do much with the connector hold. See whether this is where Navi put them out of their misery here on the T side. Not a single gun round falling in their favor. Operating with Galils and just 2 smokes now. Simple. Even blind for a second, just making them look foolish out there.
Wow.
We're done.
We are so done. That's simple, just a man possessed. Alexi caught a bullet as well before he goes down. There's 4 members of Navi still standing. It's 16 written all over it. It's just a question of execution. Flamey's not taking any chances. Incendiary, and the frags come in. We're going to our third. Dust 2 will be where OG Navi is decided. Navi dust themselves down with a spectacular CT comeback.
Take it.
Who won?
OG.
Okay, thank you. So that's important, and it is actually very important, right? Because if Navi, we don't know which side OG are going to pick right now. Hey, Green, which side did they pick?
Green.
They picked, they're currently on the CT side, so I'd say CT.
Okay, so that is actually very important right now because the biggest thing that OG have to deal with is Navi's relentless long takes, right? The idea that that is even in play, they have to work out how to solve that. There's 2 men on the server who will have the lion's share of responsibility dealing with that. Valde, the long anchor, and Alexi B, the A assistant. Now, where he ever decides to have his forces within the early stages, whatever he calls, is going to dictate how they deal with this long play. And I think that's the make or break moment.
The long play is everything for Navi. They love to focus this area of the map. They like to push down there, and everyone knows they do it. The rebuttal can be you push up towards middle and present aggression, but they always have bhvMh watching from the car. As they get long control, they go for a full execution and mostly land their shots, and that's where they find the lion's share of their rounds. And I feel like there's variations to come on that. They can build upon that foundation because it's so strong right now and so volatile that no one seems to know how to counteract it, so you can start suggesting you're going to start doing that and actually have different variations.
They also have a couple of other moves that Alexi B has hopefully downloaded. One is the one where bhvMh likes to creep out through their mid to B smokes and goes through into CT spawn. That's one. Obviously, the bhvMh classic drop down. He can do the same thing from A towards CT into a B split. Or we've spoken about Electronic and his entry fragging. When they execute onto the side, that's when Mantu with the AWP, he's going to have to deal with the players dropping down as well as crossing the bridge. So Navi have a lot of moves right here. And OG, look, they didn't come into this series as favorites, but they're starting to convert me as a bit of a believer. If they can have another competitive matchup against the world #1 right now, these guys are onto something.
Yeah, I think that would be sufficient. I mean, the fact that their overpass looked so well rehearsed, their CT moves, it was all covered, they had information and utility to back it all up. Different kettle of fish, though. It's Navi's Dust 2. It's been a map that no one has been able to touch them on. Astralis tried yesterday, and now it's OG's turn. The 3rd map in this series. It goes all the way thanks to OG's victory on Inferno. Let's see if they've got anything left or if they really have met the wall that's got 4 names. It was Flamey, it was Electronic, it was Simple, and well, now it's time to see if Dust 2 looks any different.
We'll get into the action here, the 3rd and final map. Alexi B looking to challenge towards T-spawn here, listening out for any sound cues you can get hold of. Smoke down towards Xbox and 3 players and towards lower B here for Navi. They should have a PD50 for Simple, that's usually their go-to. And bear in mind, we know they focus towards long. They do so on their pistol round usually as well, but this is a different approach this time. 3 flashbangs, 1 smoke already used towards Xbox, and they make their way up towards short after the smoke is expired. So what's the next play here? Just a normal catwalk smoke. Flash over, make their way up with a 5-man assault towards the bomb site. They do have Simple paroling towards the B side of the area. They could drop down here. So they could go back towards mid doors. CT spawn smoke suggests they could just send Electronic in and he'll drop down to CT spawn, which he will.
He gets spotted, but the smoke's there. Alexi's going to have to
He's cut off the rotation.
They can't do anything with that smoke down now. So this is Navi with Electronic and Spawn, who, as long as he gets 1 kill, that should be it. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that works so well.
What a simple approach that is.
A B split, but instead of just smokes, you send 1 player down from short.
Remember, they haven't got the AWP or a rifle there, so they can't spray you down or pluck you out unless you get a perfect USB headshot with flashbangs coming over the top. You're more than likely going to make it down. And then at that point, sure, he doesn't get a kill for that. And like you said, they spotted him, but the smoke down in CD spawn, they can't actually readdress that. They can't actually take him down. They have to push through as the bomb's being planted. And of course, Electronic's going to find kills. So maybe
might find 1 more.
Yeah, just a couple more available to them. But that's a very well done strat, Chad. Like you said, very simple approach, but I really enjoyed it. Very effective.
Yeah, on the pistol rounds, we're seeing teams get more and more creative. I think even in just the last, 3 or 4 days, we've started to see T sides having 3 individuals investing into grenades as opposed to just the 1 or the 2. So things are starting to shape up with these T side pistols now, and people are coming up with more and more ideas. It isn't just Glock Armor Rush B.
Yeah, pistol rounds certainly are getting more and more invested into them, which is interesting considering they now hold less weight, which is kind of funny. Yeah,
just to note, a lot of what Navi did there, especially with that early smoke onto Xbox, when you see that, if you're not already playing close-up short, you'll just play it like a like an AWP round, because you can use the USP on that A ramp, right, and use it as Mantu would an AWP. So let's get stuck into this force fight right here from OG. They've found some success. It hasn't been everything so far for them. And MBK has taken some damage early. He does have the scout, so it's not the end of the world. Navi spreading out across the map. They won't actually go for the long take on their anti-eco. Going to save that for the gun rounds when things are a little bit juicier.
So there's force by will lead them to an ace stack. OG ready and waiting for 4 players towards the bomb site here. Navi will be making their way towards short. They have MAC-10s again, focusing on the SMGs. Scout thrown in for good measure. Valda, absolutely deadly with this Deagle. First smoke will arrive towards CT spawn. The grenade, in response, does nothing. They're going back towards middle here. So the A stack, this is like the perfect call from Navi right now. The fact you've just shown a little bit of presence towards A will keep those guys interested. You've smoked off CD spawn again, allowing you to clear out that area. And now the scout, unless he gets an instant headshot, it won't be winning in this round.
Oh, MBK, he's just going to accept his fate, cook himself. Perfecto's nade. Rather Simple's just to soften him up as well. That's worked wonderfully, and they are just going to back away and save. Just try it again. Run it again. It's rather go for a slightly possible round than an impossible one. And so they'll just rinse and repeat. I wonder if Navi are going to send Perfecto and BaHvMh off for a little SMG farming session.
With the hunting here, it's always a question, right? It's whether, are you scared of having to face another force spy? And is it worth giving up what you possibly have? The fact that they're sending more members through the A site to take these fights, that fills me with a little bit of confidence. I know it's Deagles versus MAC-10s at range, but here comes the scout of Simple. He's going to get boosted up over the top. He even has a way to pick Pit.
Peek Pit. And it works out to find the head of Mantu exposed at the depths of Pit. Now they're sending in the SMGs. BaHvMh will collect 1. They do lose 1, but this is working out wonderfully. Alexi B does manage to get 1 more frag onto Flamey before it all concludes, but it does conclude quite concisely for Navi. They had 3 still standing, no issues there. There's only 3 frags so far on the side of OG coming into our 3rd round of play. So yet to get their fraggers off the starting mark, but I would expect that to be coming through in about round 4.
Giving up those guns and taking away the CT force spy is well worth it, knowing the CTs will have to take that save round right now if they want to have the gun round in the 4th. And you can see more MAC-10s have come on out, so now they can punish this. Nathan got tagged last round crossing, and this time he gets his head taken off. So I don't think he'd be challenging Simple anymore.
Oh, they will be, because he's low HP. He's got 10 points of health, and the call's been made, but Simple still can find headshots here. Valdo will get the 1 frag. They'll probably get this round, to be honest with you. The bomb's going to be planted towards A, but there it is. Another eco falling in favor of Navi. It's going to be them for 4 players surviving. Maybe Valdo gets 1 more this back 10 towards spawn, but Simple's got 10 HP. He'll still take this challenge, though. It's the kind of player he is. Blocks out. And it will be Perfecto to close things out there. So, 3-0. Residual SMGs here. MAC-10 for BaHvMh. Perfecto with the best spawn you could possibly ask for there. So, probably going to take that. It's Simple with the replay. Got MBK straight through the door. He's been doing all sorts of that nonsense today, of course.
That electronic spray transfer. He committed to a full spray on just the head of Mantu visible. That's commitment and understanding of his MAC-10. Faster passing that of my own. Now Perfecto's charging his way up towards long on the spawn. You said it. Let's see what he plans to do with it. Will get flashed out by his team.
No one there really to challenge, but Mantu will catch the 2nd player. So the flashbangs were spot on there. You could see Electronic didn't stand a chance, ready and waiting with the Krieg. Response flash comes through, but I feel like Mantu going for a couple here potentially. Flamey will take him down. Is that an HE? Indeed it is. BaHvMh will be dropped. Mantu actually caught him. And flashbang over the top now. It's going to be a 4 versus 3 scenario. MBK bolts up towards short. Flamey puts the smoke behind, and they have got control of A here. This round is not said and done. Will they boost behind this smoke? That's normally the logical approach here. But it's going to wait patiently. Simple finds another.
Valda's been lost before the rest could regroup, and smoke fades. They tag up Flamey through the smoke. They
can use that.
He's going to use it to disappear. He's trying to nutmeg them. And they are. Just as they come out short, he's using the smoke to perfection. And now back's turn. Oh! Flamey's not quite got the double. Comes down to a 1v1. Simple looking for his 3rd. Alexi's got the info. A jeweler is about to go down, and Simple reigns supreme.
You just know when Simple spots you. I can just feel it then. It's a locked-in kill. He's 100% going to win this. As soon as you jumped up and he knew where you were, you're done for. It's over.
Even though Simple's had a couple of wobbles this game, we've seen like missed Eagle shots when he was boosted, or on the pistol round, he wasn't just hitting those crispy USPs if you have to reflect all the way back to Inferno. It's still just such a scary prospect. I used to have the same feeling when I would watch VP as a team go down. The old VP, I'm talking like 4 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
I always had the feeling that they would be able to bounce on back. When I watch Simple as an individual, I always think that he can, you know, course correct, that he can recover.
He sees what's available.
He's played so much Counter-Strike that he has basically seen it all. And that's why this individual, not only is it his dedication, his work ethic, obviously the natural Counter-Strike ability that he has, But he is just an absolute animal.
And I think he personifies what we were actually talking about yesterday. Oh, it wasn't on the desk. It was in our podcast. But yeah, the idea about you have to have passion for the game. I think there's very few individuals that are as obsessed with Counter-Strike as Simple is. And I think that is one of the reasons he is as good as he is.
It's unbelievable. He finishes his game, his stream will come on.
Yep.
Thousands will pour in. It's unreal. There's dedication to the game. But 4-0 for Navi, pretty much expected, to be honest with you. We did say in the pre-game to this whole series, if it goes to Dust 2, Navi should blow them out of the water.
Yeah.
That was the understanding from the very get-go, and so far, so good. 4-0, back up towards short. I haven't really been focusing long that much this game, to be honest with you.
They got the freebie last round with MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs, but this is the pace change. booMhich into spawn again, so the rotation's cut off.
They don't even know, do they? The
Alexi, he's not acting like he does.
He is probably aware of the possibility, but he doesn't know if he's got conviction. A nice gap found, but answered back by that Krieg, of course.
Oh.
2 from Electronic. That's a B-side open and the round done.
So yeah, the round's just ended.
Well, now you have to save. booMhich is still here in spawn.
Yeah, you can't rotate.
You shall not pass. So if let's try and break this down for newer viewers. If you can't rotate through CT spawn, you either have to go through catwalk, which is going to take you through a very tight choke point. Then you have to either go through tunnels or the mid doors, 2 areas which the T's already had under their control. If you wanted to go all the way around, you'd have to go through T spawn, through the long doors, and then all the way through the backyard position, right? So if you wanted to get to B, you've already burnt so much time just getting there before you could even start considering the retake.
Well, this drop-down maneuver certainly is causing a bit of a ruckus here in the OG defense line. MBK and Alexi B dropped. Electronic taking care of both of them. Only a couple of kills required, and this position, how much damage does this do exactly? So you plant it at the back of the side, barely hurts you, just so you know.
Just to note as well, Electronic was shooting at the floor to show them where to stand to not take damage.
So come over here, it's stupid.
This is a safe spot where you can just live in the site and not give up any exit frags.
So they could be sat and be, like, traditionally, like, back in 1.6 at source, you'd be like, exit through the tunnels, the CTV waiting for you, that would be the exit frag choke point now. Now that doesn't exist. It's such a weird mechanic that's, I'm not sure why it exists, but there you go. It's another boost for the T side, I suppose.
Yeah, or just like they need any other liberties in the game.
But 5-0 found, and booMhich hasn't had the best series so far. As long as this team wins, though, that's all that really matters. Remember, managing to take down Astralis yesterday. Navi, considered to be the world's best team at this point. Last one's to win a proper LAN as well. Right, trying to boost it up. Another maneuver here. How has that disconnected like that?
He just spammed from that range. He had the Krieg. He could have scoped in. He could have taken his time. He's just held down the trigger, and he's found another opening.
How is he got such an affinity for the Krieg that he can just knee-jerk spray like that? Good grief. Well, Alexi's lost his head, and I'm losing my mind. Electronic's got the smoke set up for the Vanguard execute. See that one landing in just above the boxes. You can peek over it. It's a bit of a one-way for the T's. That's if you get that far. Nice Molotov. Look what that's doing to Valde. He can't find a single spot that works.
Yeah, he wants to jump up and challenge him here. For that reason, he gets one, but MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs surely pre-fired at this point. Well, even more than that. It seemed like he knew exactly where he is. It's going to be a 4 versus 2, 6-0 locked in. MBK, he tucks himself in the corner, but to what reason? I'm not sure he'll be able to find a gap here. He has snuck through somewhat, I suppose, but Simple will find him. And Issa was on the other side of the map regardless. So another underwhelming round here from OG, I have to say, as they'll have to save up once again. Of course, they have maximum loss bonus. They have got some residual cash. There will be a buy available if Issa survives. Massive if, though, because those shots just don't seem to be missing. All right, then.
Yeah, Simple has, he's certainly come in. All guns are blazing. Let's see this again from Electronic. This is just...
Hello.
He tracked it. God, this is how booMhich got the frag onto MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5, and then Simple having the presence of mind to check that close wall flank. He's doing it all. They're doing it all.
The problem is what this does to the perception of OG at this point is makes it think that the game wasn't competitive. It completely was. Overpass was winnable, right? Yeah. We were in the position where OG could have taken this 2-0, and now Navi, the beast, they've woken up. We were talking about Fnatic needing the cage to be rattled.
Yeah, I think a similar thing could be said here. Perfecto's even found the opening frag now. He was given the AWP for the spawn, and he'll be swapping that one back over now, but he did draw first blood. That's a lovely start for what looks to be a what's the word? I don't really know. Unresponded? Just completely unresponsive OG, that's all I can say. NBK is going to be accepting this one till gone.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much to do here now with 6 HP, but here we go towards long, just waiting for an unforced error.
This is the traditional, well, it's not traditional. This is the Navi standard T-side situation that we've come to know and love over the last couple of months since Perfecto's joined the team. Blade has obviously realized that this is a part of the map that with these individuals they can own. They can make part of their own and they continue to dominate with it.
Flash, flash, site access granted, fragging ensues. Look at that. This is just a textbook execute. Take of long against those pistols. There's no fights that favor them. Boomich is flashed through the smoke. It's a massacre. And I think if I do the maths correctly, so 1 point of damage, 2 points of damage, 3. So about 17 damage dealt that round by OG.
It's really exciting to potentially be 3 from 3 with Counter-Strike maps. The transitive properties of things that are completely unrelated is fantastic. I really enjoy that. Here's the opening from Perfecto. Just waited for the flash to come. Usually on that trigger, somebody's going to pick on out and grab himself the opening.
That's a 1.5 rating for Simple across the 3 maps so far. And this does change up the pace. Finally, OG been given a lifeline. He just charges up middle and sprays down 2.
When all else fails, that's all you have to do, apparently.
Caution to the wind.
Exactly. Throw it all away. And we'll see now a 7-0 scoreline, but they haven't won the round yet. It's a 4 versus 3, the best chance they've probably had. Mantu and CT spawn, but smoked off. They'll offer up an incendiary in response. Not the most effective, though. You can still see they have full vision and control of middle. Hasn't done enough to actually push them back at all. So, Mantu not really sure what the final objective of Navi is here. MBK, secondary orb towards the window. Oh, he's committing out now. This is brave. Gets back into the safety of the bomb site. Simple, though. Knows he can make this work.
Position from Valda's been smoked off.
Oh no. It's a huge gap in that smoke.
He's actually gone down. The battle of sprays. Now NBK has to fill the gap. He's already been spotted by Perfecto. My God, the health goes fast. It was Flamey that did the suppressing fire, but now Alexi's collected a double. And wow, Simple's just made A work. He just single-handedly, long plan. A 1v3 could very well be on the cards. He's not feeling that brave.
He's going to put the long plan down into sitting goose and just watch them. Watch them panic.
Oh, MBK's taken eyes off as well, so they have absolutely no idea where he can be. There is a Molotov in play. There is a defuse kit. There's a chance.
Is he scoped in right now?
If he just lets them think it's a long plan and he doesn't touch it, this would be so sick. He's gone for it now.
How does he hit that? There's another one coming. He got the info. He hits him through the wall. Simple will not bend down, but Alexi takes it by force. OG will find their first.
If he gets the deagle out there, call it done. He went for the glory of the orb shot towards the end of it. It was a great effort there. The long plan was available to him. So the long plan, just to be clear, that one he just got down there means you go towards the pit and he can see the bomb, but there is a chance they can smoke on top of it, get a full defuse in. So it's not a lock-in round, but at that stage, I'd say pretty much would have been, but a great effort regardless. Hits his shots, but a leg on the second meant so they will pick up their first at least.
Yeah, look, I want to point out what Issa's maneuver was in middle just there. We saw FaZe doing that. I think it was Cold Zera was the one we saw doing that in one of their matches. So this is how the meta's adjusting. New little maneuver from the CTs, and oh, well, it was looking good for OG. Perfecto will find another opening. Electronic will get taken down in the fray. Issa is still close. He was the hero of last.
Boomich just jumped around a corner with a nade in his hand.
Yeah, because Mantu was there with the AWP. I don't think he was expecting another one to be close towards that corner. They will find themselves in another 3-on-4 situation. It didn't go great for them last round, but they're continuing to do damage to the CT-sided economy. So if they can put it down to a 1v1 again, make sure they plant the bomb, things are still looking pretty good for Navi here. Or they could just win this one.
Simple got his flash. Yep, that's the flash for the cross. And immediately now Mantu has to worry about ramp, and they're already up. Flamey will get the frag. 2 versus 3, it's winnable.
Oh, definitely winnable. They've got Molotovs and smokes available as well. Flamey and Simple alive. I might even give them the edge here, Chad, considering this was a low buy, remember. They won the previous round, but there comes the boost. Oh, it's not even that. It's a jump shot and leads them to a death. Oh, no, Alexi B. He might have thrown the round there. MP9 for MBK. And no one at the ramp here as he edges his way around the corner.
Issa can't see anyone right now.
They've got an incendiary and a nice opening kill, but Simple, the last player remaining, nothing to be said. They've actually got themselves a nice big round there. 2 in a row, managing to avoid what would have been a disastrous economic situation for themselves. Up against Simple and Flamey, that was no easy task, but MBK will make sure. But both of them survive and they get the second round on the board, but there's so much money on the Navi side, I can't even get into it. 13K for Flamey, 11,000 for Perfecto. Our voices started to go here a little bit, boys.
Yeah, it's been a long...
I got some Jello Revoice for you guys at home. I'm not sure how much it'll help you, but it's available.
I should start using that. What are we, day 19?
Day 20
It's a
or
day-
21?
We should do a if it's day 20, we should have done some sort of anniversary thing. Like, you know, it's been a while. This
Well,
is
Mantu
pretty
just got
serious.
stabbed in spawn. That's as good as a celebration, I'd say.
They do that. They're the worst offenders for that, I swear.
Yeah. See Mantu with his knife out, perhaps the offender, but actually that's impossible.
Wow, maybe Alex.
Fell on it.
We're going to be seeing an early 30 points of damage done to Mantu. Yeah, my voice is going too. I sound like a 70.
That's right, I can do some play-by-play. It won't be very good, but I can do it.
I'm fine. You're just going to have the ASMR croak now, a little bit of a frog commentary.
Well, I sound like Kermit anyway, so...
Look, the strained
With our
voice.
powers combined.
Imagine the strained voice in a 1-on-3 situation, you know? You guys really straining her there.
Yeah.
Crawling it back.
Permanent
Making
Round after round now.
Making sure they get every kill win. Mantu making his way forward. Easy kill. Boomage goes down.
Yeah, I'll just talk more quiet, and I'll put the microphone closer to my mouth. That's going to be the solution. Because Mantu's holding the cross on long. On the cross, an electronic.
See ya.
No issues with the first. Perfecto's found the second. Good claw back with the Valda spread of the molly. But that could very well be the frag that decides it all. Alexi falling on the ramp. Now the bomb can go down uncontested. NBK and Issa from CT, and Simple just wants to swing into this.
And there won't be much cash going forward if they give this one up. 3-on-2, Simple. He looks so certain he's getting this kill. It's unbelievable. 3-on-1. MBK didn't even get a look into the round as Issa will just wait and see despawn, has to save the weapon. They'll get $2,400 on top of this going into the next round, which is like forced buy territory for a few players. Atavista survives. I don't think he will. They know where he is now, but there's no one to trade it out, so the smoke down. Okay, Simple, just like, you know what? I'm taking you. That's it. You're going down. You're not surviving this one.
Just drops the Krieg, gets the kill, picks
He
up
goes
the
down
orb,
with the bomb, I think.
gets
No,
away with it.
Gets
So
him.
noisy.
Perfect, of course.
Oh.
Kills him, gets the orb, gets out, doesn't die to the explosion, keeps his money strong. 8-2 on the board, and like I said, financial ruin for the CTs, and
Oh,
that's
there it
the
is.
stab and spawn. Just don't click your
You
knife.
don't need to swing your knife. It actually doesn't do anything for you.
No.
It's a pretty good habit, I guess, you know?
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's impossible to play devil's advocate for this one, so I won't. But I am just saying, the left click. At least it wasn't a right click, you know.
That's true.
That is
true.
People could be worse. People could be spamming their right mouse.
It has happened before.
Has it really?
It
Like full straight stab in the back.
Some of the darker PGL days, Matt and I, there were 4 in the morning, people getting right-clicked in spawn. We're on our 4th best of 3 of the day. That was when you'd hear my full wrath.
Yeah, they really let it loose
Yeah.
there. What are they doing?
Yeah, that's when I was at my wit's end.
Yeah, well, this is kind of exciting because they do boost up and, well, it only worked for the first. Electronic, how did he get that frag? Just Issa's head, the tip of it showing. Happy to use the Krieg scope for that fight. And puts Valdir and Alexi B on notice. It's looking like 9 for Navi. It's looking like OG. Their chances did hinge on the first 2. We actually said this right at the start of the day. It feels like perhaps even yesterday, but at the start of the day, we talked about this matchup, and I think the general sentiment was that it would have to have been over the course of the first 2, Inferno and Overpass if you missed them.
You just look at the body language on the server right now, the way they're planting the bomb and just kind of bouncing around, enjoying themselves. You can see it's actually quite a comfortable affair, but that shot might make things a little bit uneasy. They've got Flamey and T-Spawn, so trying to deny that AK-47, well, he's done that. Now looking towards T-Spawn, and you'd be right in thinking Nevada could be in this position because he makes his way towards the T-ramp now, and at this point might be able to find Flamey, which he does. Nice shot, won't win the round, but it does maybe allow him to save an AK.
His deagle has been nice today. Inferno, remember that? He had that 3-piece on the B bomb site.
Yeah, that was huge.
Remember that symbol? 9-2. And it will be now guns available. Probably the double orb setup. Like when you're down this far, the rabbit hole. It's pretty much all you can do. Chain things up, double up setup.
That's
They've
so-
tried it already, to be fair, it didn't work out.
That was the frag onto Issa I was confused by. Very quick kill. And we have ourselves 9. But yes, the double AWPs aren't going to be pulled out just yet.
Not yet. Man2 will be on 5 for 9 right now. No damage inflicted at least. At the start, flashbang coming through from Electronic, jumps over it. Makes his way towards the blue bin.
So suffocating.
Bit of aggression, I guess. Why not?
But changed his mind. And it works out. Nice. Boomich caught. That is going to make things a little difficult. Let's see how Navi respond to losing their Tons player on their long take. So this is interesting to me. Simple's taking the bomb all the way over to B. And they're going to instead... Okay, so he's just going to hold the Tons for them. Keep that information flowing, and then they fall out of longs late?
Well, now the assumption is going to be it's going to be the standard long play, right? So even if you left one player here of Electronic just to make sure
and he
no
just
one
throws
can
the
push.
smoke and the flashes like normal.
Yeah, because look at how much respect is given. You know, they're not picking middle because, oh, there could be an AWP there. They're not picking long because, oh, there could be an AWP there. They've already taken tunnels where they think they've done enough control. And it should be defendable if it is a 4v2 hit onto that site. If they trade out efficiently, the retake should be able to come in. Things should be looking pretty good for OG at this point. Now the misdirection with the smoke in middle. Flamey is going to play just behind the flames there. That Molotov is now going to force OG into a really weird situation. They can't peek long. They don't want to drop spawn because they'll leave their Goose defender completely isolated. But it will be the B finish right now. And Simple is still isolated on his own. They're not drawing this rotation yet.
30 seconds. That bomb has to go down. And now almost committing to short. The bomb's on the other site. Who is it on B? Valda. He's too wise to their tricks.
Yep.
He's still sticking around. This should be the round for OG. That's the frag they needed. And this one just falls flat on its face.
Yeah, until you spot the bomb, you can't be sure that it's guaranteed A play. And Navi have tried pulling strings on that side of the map over and over. So fair play to Valda. Holds his nerve, makes sure the bomb can't get planted. And a very important frag to find as well. Simple, left even on a 3 versus 1. Bomb down with an AWP in his hand. He's probably going to win.
And with 3 CTs coming from A, if they just sold it.
All coming through. We've already used their utility. Coming from 1 by 1 in spawn, it would have been a nightmare. So good stuff. And we will go 9-3. 9-6, certainly a serviceable half, and could go the distance after that.
NBK's weapon situation, is he really holding B with a USP?
Back he goes. There might be a gun for him in spawn. Let's stay with him if we can, please, Rush. There we go.
Just materialized out of nowhere.
Would have been in a real spot of bother if it was a B rush, so quite lucky
He went
that wasn't the
through
case.
his utility and then went back to spawn.
What a scary journey as well, crossing
back
the
and forth the doors.
the wooden doors.
Yep. Phew. Okay, well, he's happy to be getting into the round at least without a very good excuse for losing B. What's this about to do here? Oh, wow. Best Simple bomb loose. That's a frag from Issa that could have serious repercussions.
Certainly could. OG starting to get on their feet here. They've actually managed to get 3 out of the last 5 rounds. It was looking woeful at one stage. They were 7-0 down. Now with the double AWP set up out, NBK and
the
Man2.
Astralis smoke?
So it's a different lineup. This is what I thought Glaive did wrong before. This is how I've always lined it up with that bricks
Oh,
column.
so like the black line, the brown line.
And Glaive was using the fence itself. And
They're
that
both?
One, no,
Was that a
that's
window?
it. That's all good.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
this
a window.
is a different smoke. But yeah, that's kind of sick. It goes to window as well.
You could do both from middle. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Doesn't work out for Navi.
At all.
Oof, what a shot from Nathan. Damn.
Not bad, is it?
That was nice.
I think it's funny the fact that Valve opened the skyboxes and B tunnels and no one's using them. Like, really, like for smokes at all.
It's just how telegraphed it is, but
Yeah.
considering how much things have
There's-
constantly been evolving, I'm sure someone will
That's
come
what
up
I'm
with a way
saying.
to
That the
use
fact
it.
that it's so telegraphed, like, there's got to be options there. Like, you just suggestion is a very powerful tool in Counter-Strike, you know? Like, if you get 2
Decoys through
players,
the skylights tons.
anything like
Oh.
that. Oh, hold on a second.
Good damage. He won't have enough time to... And lucky he went down as well before the round ended, so he can get the loss bonus right now. It's not a huge amount of loss bonus, because things have been going so well over on that Navi side. But if he went down after the time, he wouldn't have had any money coming into this round number 14. Navi have finally been stopped. They have to ask a question right now. What are we going to do with our finances? Next round, they get 2,400.
I was wondering if this might happen. Simple had 5K. He's going for the hero. They're full forcing into this one. Navi are buying around a single weapon. Sidearms, sure, but it's only this man on your screen that has any sort of say in that first blood for his squad.
AWP for Simple. Is it enough? It normally is. They have been looking so good in this first half, but OG have done enough to suggest this could go a little bit deeper. Simple smoked off towards middle. Waiting for any mistakes here. Unforced errors would be key, but it's a very disciplined setup from the CT side. OG not breaking. Mid split looks likely. MAhvMh, though, has to show presence towards short. Need to make it look like a default before they can do anything here. Just a smoke towards short would be enough just to keep their attention there. He's got that available to him, jumping up, making sure no one's close. Making as much noise as he can. And not going to throw smoke towards short. Suggests they need it for middle. They've only got a few of them. One will go on top of that box as well, traditionally, but I guess at this stage, they need to save them for the post plant. Up towards B they go. It's already waiting for a couple of kills, but only finds one.
Yeah, I'm not sure one may be enough, because now MBK is going to get
Molotov missed.
super overwhelmed. The Molotov missed, that's a very good observation, because he can stand his ground now. He can keep fighting. A dink into Perfecto's not enough. And Simple in the smoke. What was going on there? He's caught Mantu and Alexi. He could very well find all three. Valda, he wants to complete the set, and as he procedurally clears, he spanks them. I need to see how he got there.
He hung around mid, right? He didn't go mid to B with everybody. That I'm definitely aware of. But Mantu mustn't have known where he died from, because he didn't call to his B player. They didn't turn around.
I don't know if so Simple was just staring at the smoke.
Oh, so it was Issa went down here. It was Alexi B. So the third kill comes in. That's Valda. Unreal scenes from Simple. So remember, they just Takes took it all to 21, by the way. This is the first half, not the end. They've still got a round to go. And again, just decimating them out here. But Valda, he's tried this maneuver a couple of times with Issa. It works out once again. The opening kill's found, but they don't recover the rifle, just trying to hedge their bets and fall back and play the advantage.
Well, last time this happened, Navi lost the round, so this is a very good start. But Electronic, he's nutmegged Issa there through the smoke. Wasn't expecting it. Going to find a second. We saw this much earlier, and well, now towards the tail end, putting their foot back on that gas pedal. MBK, he's going to have a tall task here with the CZ75 from CT Spawn, defending against what is currently 3 Ts. The 4th is on their way. This is a tough one to win right now, especially with Simple on this kind of form. 138 points of ADR. Even it's Volder. The nade. Slam dunk. Simple as you like.
Believe how good of a game he's having here.
It's unreal.
Honestly, it feels like every single, hero flick is hitting. Everything is working. He's seeing the game. It's just ones and zeros to him. And right now, 1 and 0 on their score.
The round's already done. It's just like they've got 2 MP9s a day. They're planting a B. Simple's not missing a single shot. This one's done, unfortunately. So we can start doing the little wrap up now, if you like, Alex.
Sure.
We can start going.
Shall I see if I can do it for the whole thing? let me see if I can do it.
All right.
Wait, you've got 40 seconds on the clock starting now, plus like the 10 to 20 second play out. You reckon you got it?
All right, guys, this is it. Navi, they secure an 11-4 half. NBK fell at the last hurdle. It was Simple who fell, of course, as well. But that's it, 11-4. It's all looking good in the Navi hood after a wobble in the first.
at all. He's actually gathered 22 kills and only 7 deaths. Got a cheeky assist in there as well. He's at the tippity top. Beneath him, though, Electronic, 14 kills. Chad, those are the names you wanted to see at the top. Have you been satisfied with the performance so far from Navi?
I'm very happy with BaMH continuing not to get many frags, so that's a good run for him so far.
It's a storyline.
No, look, as long as they're winning, you know, we've already spoken through
Exactly.
this. That's in jest right there. But Navi are poised right now to take this one. OG, they picked up some decent results over here on Dust 2, but this one is a tall task right now as NBK is going to do his best to pepper down middle with the P250 as the remainder of his teammates go towards a fast B.
You can see the game plan, and it's looking positive outcome already. Flamey is going to go down early. Perfecto perhaps contesting a little more aggressive than he should be, but already across, 3 members of OG do get into B. But interesting how they're all lingering by the box, waiting for the smoke to be deployed. Finally, it comes out. NBK was a little late to the party, but now the bomb can go down. BaMH has gone for the long flank. NBK will be checking for that, but only intermittently. Threat from Simple. Gets the info and backs away. A 5 versus 4 on the retake from Tons, and there's so many members of Navi there. They're going to be all fighting.
Oh,
and NBK
boy.
just taps away at the heads. OG perhaps want to make a statement here.
They're back into it now, 11-5. It's a clean sweep, as we will see OG just dominate the B bomb side there. It will be the force buy from Navi. You'll see the scouts come through.
Let's see that again.
PD50 on the pistol round. We're seeing it more and more these days, and this is why headshots delivered, no problem at all. NBK finds them that clean sweep. There's a duo of the scouts, joined by the Deagles and the 5-7s here. We have got 4 smokes. Navi do win these rounds, but still, it's unlikely, given they're up against 4 rifles, 2 of which are kills, admittedly, and Simple, what is this? Up towards middle he goes. Doesn't connect that shot, but it certainly sends the T packing.
Packing BaMH will back into the site. Not interested in contesting long, given the disadvantages they have in the weaponry. Instead, they're just going to bolster into the site, boosting for safety initially, and this is the CT smoke quick tutorial. You crouch first, or Alexi's too cool for that, doesn't need to do that. Can see it's going to go for a long path. It's a real long bloomer.
I do love
Tried to block it. Electronic tried to stand on the smoke and block it.
That smoke is so sick. Once you get that down, you've got long control as well. Knowing you can cross safely with a few flashbangs, like, it really is quite satisfying.
Right, get a molly elevator.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Oh, NBK just took a scout tag in T-spawn, so just to note, he's down to 34 HP. Simple will not back down from this position. There's no Krieg on the other side. He will continue to repick.
Oh my god, that's...
2 of them there, by the way.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Perhaps that AK...
Well, they missed their smokes. They flood the cross smokes.
Maybe a room for exploitation. Electronic goes interesting route. Dinks at Alexi B. The shots are missed by BaMH. And so OG, they should be able to make this round a clean one, albeit a lot of damage inflicted. Look, 4 members of OG, but a lot worse for wear. They're feeling shaken, battered, bruised, but successful.
Yeah, another clean sweep here, Alex. They're going to have so much money going forward. They are, excuse me, they are actually well and truly back into this half now, even after taking so much damage there by the scout and T-spawn towards long. Collateral shots, Simple on the A side. Think it would be enough, but no. Even after all that damage, they don't find a single kill.
Hey, Green, are you there?
Yes.
Do you need to lift home today?
If you would do, yeah, that'd be great.
All right, well, if OG pull this back and we go overtime, you might be getting the tram, mate.
All right, then.
I think that's fair enough.
That seems pretty fair.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I'll take what I can get, you know, at the end of the day.
And if anyone was wondering a sentence to summarize Rushley, that's...
You can find him on Twitter. That's at Rushley123456. I believe his DMs are open, so we'll see how that...
Yes.
I believe they might be. I'll have to follow him. Sounds like a cool dude.
Well,
I'm only joking, Rush. We will take you home.
We have got around 18 ahead of us, and at this point, it does seem to be shaping up to be a at least competitive T side from OG. They got their opener that they desired, and this one is supposed to be just a formality. There is, however, somewhat of a curveball of the Flamey Scout. He's taken it just to control the doors and perhaps even take it into the B site should they commit to it, which is a long way away. OG, they've been praised by both Chad and Henry for their reserve T side up against rounds like this. They take all the precautions necessary so as not to fall foul to something like that. Scout spotted, and BK got a bullet lodged in his shoulder now, and Simple's on a full eco with a flashbang. Don't get to see this all too often. Alexi's going to collect the frag. No, it's been stolen from him.
It's a nice kill to get, though. Simple removed. It's a sigh of relief across the OG ranks. And we'll see now the scout, though. Flamey, saving it from the previous round, holds towards the scaffolding position in the middle. It will be a B split from OG by the looks of things here. You can see them just encroaching out of the double doors right now. LTC still waiting to break double digits. Same story for Flamey here. Up towards short they go. 50 seconds, flashbang on the corner. Second for good measure. Flamey now spots one towards short. That's going to cause a swing from LTC, who will pick up the kill. 5 versus 3 now. But there is a BoomH flank, but only with the USP. Not really much for BoomH to do apart from go for the knife here. Draws the big blade. And here we go. We're off. We're off.
A left click, no less. Stabs him with his Crusader sword, and now he jumps from the heavens. At least draws the fire enough for a frag onto Perfecto, which does give them an AK.
So yeah, $1,500 in the bank for BoomH. They got an AK-47. So it means BoomH will be dropping an orb next round. I can tell you that much. There's no world where I don't see that happening. But he'll drop the AWP, and it'll be the first real gun. 3-0 though, as Perfecto gets himself another $300 there. So they could even go for a double orb setup now because he survived. BoomH does buy the orb, drops it straight away. Here's MBK, just to go through the smoke here. LTC was about to pick it up, but he spots the silencer, I believe, of the USP.
So if Simple had simply unscrewed his silencer, the play would have worked.
It would have worked out for him. Probably would have got all 4.
Yeah, exactly. With 1 bullet.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. So back into the action now. Man 2. Is there a double orb setup? Just the one. Simple. Still on 22 frags. Yet to post one this half, but I think he did plenty in the first, to be fair. BoomH will be ready for long. Knows they're taking it, decides to fall back. Remember, Simple's at the car as well. Nails these sort of shots. Perfect angle for him. They're going to have to flush him out. You can Molotov the car from the barrel position here.
He has a couple of escape mechanisms, but actually, instead of getting ready to run back, he goes forward. The flash, it's good.
They can't see him for a second. Mansu finally does flush him out, and another round is looking good here. They've taken down the Danger Man. Smokes towards crossover, though. That's from the CT side. Molotov in response. Needs to boost up towards the side if possible. Wants to get Perfecto up there, ideally. Flamey will be making his way over. Smokes down. 25 bullets. Spray comes through. Nothing connecting.
Okay, BoomH. 2 more magazines, maybe another one.
There it is. Let's go.
That's the frag he was hoping for. Catches him on the cross. Bounder does retrieve the bomb before the bullets and the smokes fade. Man2 is given the responsibility of just holding that ramp push. He will eventually find some paranoia from his flank, but for now, holding steady, holding fast, and a frag already onto Flamey. They need more where that came from. Does gobble up the flashbang. That should be converted. They actually ignored him, prioritized ramp. And Perfecto catching NBK, puts it all onto Man2. What did Perfecto just do? Another body dropped. Is it planted for him? It's not. He has to kill them on the cross. He has to kill them here. He has to kill them now. Misses his flick. He's getting a lot of suppressing fire thrown at him from Perfecto. He's the one with the kit. Perfecto needs to get on it. And Navi, absolutely phenomenal work from Perfecto to make that a reality. It's just the 2 of them.
They could have just defused the bomb straight up with that sort of plan, but they wanted to challenge and make sure he didn't save the AWP, I suppose. It will be working out very well for them. Still plenty of money on the T side here, but Navi still around away there. It was looking very good with the opening pick from
here.
That was the shot. That decides it all. And BoomH, he'd already got a kill with the smoke. He's still got a few bullets left. 11 in the M4A1S towards the end of the round after all the spammage, and it's enough to get himself 2 kills netted towards the end there. 12-7. Could be one of the final buys here for OG. They've invested all of their gold as they make the long push a reality. MBK to drop the flash, trying to make his way forward towards the blue bin, and 2 of them make it successfully. Long corner smoke as well to shroud the vision of the CTs, and it's where the boost will be coming through.
Simple needs a few more tricks here. It appears everybody's already realized that he holds that long corner play now from the car, so he's already had to make a whole new transition. This time up to the side, they were creeping. BoomH was ready for that, and so is Simple. Swing a little bit wider, I dare ya.
Oh, Man2 was waiting for the swing, even on the pop of the flash, and now Man2 has met his maker. Simple shuts him down. Numbers favoring Navi and extended by Simple's HE. Don't even know where that one came from. An underhand perhaps. Electronic full flash, gets it while blind. Alexi B, well, he could be blindfolded. The outcome would be the same. Does actually manage to take one kill away before Perfecto's suppressing shots meet the flesh of the Finn. 13-7.
Double AWPs as well. Flamey picked that one up from AlexiB's dead body, so looks like they're going to be changing things up here within the Navi camp. This could be problematic. This was fantastic by Simple there, quickly transitioning. Mantu did a good job holding the line. Wasn't expecting another one to peek on out, and now it will be the tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force for OG. There isn't too much to really talk through
Not
here.
at this stage.
Maybe I could take the reins here.
What would
Go
you like
on.
to say?
So when people kind of, are watching this free content and then they take out their phone, they're like, I need to tweet this. Hey, Machine GG, at Henry GG, get off Simple's nuts. I just want to understand, what are you expecting the people that job is to talk about the game? What do you expect them to say when Simple's playing this kind of Counter-Strike? Do you want us to not be excited when he's hitting
We should be
shots?
excited. That's why I say,
I don't
Alex,
understand.
that's why I just tune it all out these days. I let it get to me.
Yeah, I guess.
It made me very, very sad for a long time. The people at home, they actually got the better of me, but now they can't.
They can't.
They
can't touch you.
They're removed from my life. And
I just don't
feel good.
understand it, man. I just don't understand what people's expectations are.
Well, they're bored, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose it's no one to talk to.
So then, boys, it's an eco.
A whole
from OG.
eco.
And a B push, not a rush. They're going to send 5 players in towards the tunnels.
No flashes, nothing to
Nothing.
make this interesting, and here we go. Oh, he thought better of it.
That would have been a nasty way to go. Valda's got his Deagle, and he's the one member of OG we've seen find a whole lot of Deagle drama. Jumping across for the AWP shot. Does actually only get wing clipped, and Flamey's hit another one immediately after. This is just going to be an easy open and shut case. Closed rather quickly.
Now I want to follow up with Perfecto here, who is currently the second
21.
highest frags in the server, just behind Simple. He came into today, that was just after yesterday's performance against Astralis, as one of the bottom 5 performers. He was in the mix alongside of Glaive, we had Chris J, Issa was in there. There was one more name.
Perfecto.
Oh, is that the 5? Yeah. But yeah, he was down the bottom, and now he's putting in a very big haul. I was starting to get worried for him that he wouldn't fit into this team, that he would just be that 5th man. So these are some very positive signs from him. He's had a lot of impact, especially in this second half.
This has got space there. Good flash from perfect work from Navi. It was electronic to throw it. And now using the smoke to move to a different plane. I love all of the moves the CT side have here from Navi.
Well, it looks like it might be enough here to find round 15. So much damage inflicted, a lot of pressure applied. Flamey and Simple in this double AWP setup now. Currently at 5 and 4. But they have found a bit of space towards the mid doors here. Perfecto could shut it down. Good showing from him so far. Promising numbers as they set up for a B split. Simple starts to look towards short. Electronic ready to challenge in middle, but MBK beats him. Now, do they have a smoke for spawn? They do. They'll drop the first. Flashbang goes in as well, but remember, Perfecto outside B, ready to fight.
And he takes that fight so willingly, aggressively standing on the box for the off angle. Does catch a glimpse of another one for the cross. I've just got full faith in Perfecto. There's 2 on that site, but they can't get across because they know he's holding this angle. That's the smoke he was hoping for. We'll be repositioning on that. Simple to support him. Well and truly aware of the potential naughty corners that the Ts can be lingering in, but that's not the reality today. Instead, all 3 of them are gathering. Look how specific they're being. They're clearing all of those corners and now swapping out the weapons for Simple to go into the site, I presume.
This is curious. Giving Perfecto the AWP to retake with, that is even more curious.
The MP7 jump around the corner, pre-fire. Of course, it's a classic, but that might win the round for OG here. AlexiB gets a key frag. They're still going for this. Simple fancies it. Doesn't nail the shot, and that's going to be the round. Perfecto will have the AWP. It was the AK that swung through and was trying to hold them on towards the side now, and it looks like he'll at least take one of them down with him. Perfecto waits in the tunnels.
No, he'll live.
No, he does, you're right.
He can just sit here. Doesn't have to exit. No danger.
That's exactly what our point is there. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to stay in the site. If there's pressure from the tunnels, you should have to go fight instead of being able to sit in the corner and survive. So,
I'm
OG.
not sure why the pros aren't up in arms about that. Maybe they don't think it's a thing that's
They're
affecting
probably
the
happy
game.
with it. Just keep themselves
it
alive.
benefits them
keep
as
going.
much as it costs.
Yeah.
I guess.
You don't really feel the effects of it on the other side. You're just aware of it. I suppose we'll see what happens here. OG starting to come back to life here after winning the pistol with the 3-0 start. It's their first gun round victory here. Smoking off towards Xbox. Flash is delivered. Single orb now as Flamey goes back to the M4.
They dropped the long play, not fitted for OG. Don't think they can pull it off in the same way that Navi can. So back to more of a traditional default spread here. We'll see them flash out middle, poke their heads out. Nobody's home. And now they'll draw their attention over towards Cat. Well, we saw Navi getting Cat control within the first, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds of the round. OG a little bit more tentative, slower here with a minute left on the clock. It's allowed Navi to hold on to a lot of utility. Flamey still with a full nade set, Electronic still with a smoke and a molly. Perfecto still has a molly in his hand, so lots of utility to delay this attack whenever it does come on in. 50 seconds now.
Good incendiary. We'll hold the wolf from the door for now. 40 seconds remain though, and Simple trying to see if anyone will sneak through these double doors is a very common approach. Time running thin. They have options towards short and middle. Smoke's being deployed towards the latter. One towards CT spawn, one lands on the boxes, and a shot from Simple connects. The bomb goes down at 20 seconds. That's an absolute nightmare.
What do you do? NBK does get the frag CT. Electronics on A. The bomb's on man 2. He needs to get into the site. 14 seconds. They've got some of the necessary frags. Electronics still lingers on the ramp. And the long flank's coming in as well. Valda is going to save the day for OG. Bomb can be planted as he relieves all of the pressure with 3 seconds to spare.
Oh, that couldn't have been better for Simple. He gets one of them. The last stray. And it's the bomb that drops to the floor with 20 seconds remaining there. But Mantu, thinking on his feet, manages to grab it. Molotov towards shore, get himself up there. And Valda with the long backstab there does ensure the round and keeps us and them in the game. With 3 players surviving here as well, it's going to be Flamey and Perfecto to hold on to the AWP and the M4.
I'm not sure if Simple seeing the bomb in that position actually made him think it was going to be a mid to B.
Sure.
Because the way that he transitioned back into the smoke, I was a little bit lost with that. If he knew that he could just stand and keep fighting and they couldn't just claim that bomb, normally Simple would do that. So this situation with the clock being run down became confusing for everybody here. The 2 saved weapons are important. It means they can make a buy happen. Flamey could drop that across to Simple. He can buy himself. Perfecto can drop a FAMAS if he wants. BoomH can buy into the lovely MP9, which he keeps on purchasing. Here's the opening. And the bomb dropped with 25 seconds left in the round. So
by the double doors.
Yeah.
Well. Not even on short.
That's a very difficult place to recover. So OG did a great job, and that was all through the heroics of Valda with the late long flank. He just kept poised there.
It's buys up very less, about to say, has another gun. He gets Krieg, realizes he's in the nick of time, and makes his way back. So another full investment here, boys, from Navi. And he's got a nice round buffer, but still going to be a very difficult round to pick up here. 2 M4s, bare bones utility, 1 sniper, a couple of deagles for Perfecto and BoomH here. Flamey firing off shots towards B, might just reposition towards middle, considering he's showing presence with the rifle now. Time will tell, trying to bait his teammate in towards the corner. That's Perfecto there, ready and waiting. Able to find a couple of frags, but the Molotov will land at his front door here.
And he gets away. Look at that. 20 HP, but keeping hold of his utility that he can now deploy to keep them at bay. That's pretty much all you can ask from Perfecto, given the circumstances that were dealt his way.
Flamey has to be good for 2 frags here, because if they go onto the B bomb site, Perfecto is basically just a distraction.
Yeah.
He should get taken down relatively easily. I'll shut up about that because the bomb's transitioning back over towards the A bomb site. So now this completely changes. Simple, aggressive with the AWP, and a lot of information for BoomH over towards long.
He knows how far away that linked single long player is from the rest of the assault, and with 30 seconds left, that disconnect is going to be filled up. This is working on his lineup. I assume it's his Vanguard lineup.
Flamey can rotate over now. This is clear. 20 seconds left. It's either a mid to B or A, and we can see it's going to be the A site.
It's time to cross. Simple, perfect flashes from OG. He has to play retake here. Electronics just going to hide in the smoke, trying to nutmeg, and those speculative shots from NBK as... hello? Hi.
There it is.
So the grey screen for Electronic, and quite the opposite for NBK. You can see his dome poking out at the top of that smoke.
Well, bombs down, 4 and 4, kits available, but do they really want to risk giving up this heavy artillery, considering this was a forced buy? Time will tell. Looks like they're going for it. Flamey on the AWP here. Simple will be joining him as they drop like flies. They're going to have to try and retreat at this point. Just 1 player remains. Simple is his name, but unfortunately for him, he's going to be taken out as well. 1 kill found, double digits for OG. As we enter round number 25 now, it's going to be the eco for Navi into the next.
Can only sing the praises of OG here in this one. This round should be a non-starter, assuming Navi don't invest here. We came into this series, and at least I did, expecting this to be a quick 2-0.
Yeah.
We are now on the third map with OG on a three-round winning streak right now to bring themselves back into this. It should be 4. Navi are forced down to the save round with just a little bit of upgraded pistols and utility behind it. Until the first frags come in, we can't get too excited about this one here, but OG are a team who, they've had their wobbles, they've had their troubles, they've also had their defining moments so far within the ESL Pro League Season 11, and this one right here is just another notch in how competitive they can be.
I mean, yeah, if they continue after this 11th, that should be a lock-in. Any more than that, then they deserve all the credit that's coming their way. Valda's going to be caught out, boosted up, but look how hard they had to adjust to find the second. Good trade from Issa. A double kill in quick succession should seal the deal. No Kevlar vest invested for Navi, so it's just a question of perhaps one more player up to his old tricks. Electronic is the A solo anchor at this point in time. He's found himself in CT, just desperately trying to find some sort of information that could turn the tide of battle.
It's a good smoke to push right there, but he was hedging over towards the B bomb site. So the best thing that Navi can get away with in this round is some exit kills and upgrading their pistols into rifles to carry on forward. They will be able to buy in the following. They're going to get 2,900 after this one, so everybody's left their money in a position where rifles and utility should be on the agenda. But it's getting to the crunch point of the game right here. The more OG plant, the more clean rounds they have, where they're having 4 or 5 members stay alive, the possibility of this one being taken by the international squad becomes more and more possible.
Well, this eco didn't lead them much further than 1 kill, but Flamey might be able to get the second. Not going to happen. This will take him out. They can still win this in regulation, OG that is. And what a comeback that would be. Remember, they were 7-0 down in that first half. Navi were just styling on them, making them look silly at points. But right now, stringing together 4 rounds in a row after winning the pistol as well, they have closed the gap. It's realistic now they could win this. As we get into round number 26, the Orps out on the T side. MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs, 16 kills with Nain. They got the long spawn as well. MBK willing to take it. They'll need lots of flashes behind him. And spawn through the doors, up through the ground, try and bust through. And he's done a great job here. Lovely movement.
Yeah, like a graceful gazelle. He's even found the first frag. NBK, he has reinvented himself into the OG roster. A whole new look for him.
Definitely don't block him in that one right there. Very particular Molotov, that one.
Is that for sure?
Yeah, that's a way to deny them either from pushing for information or just to hold them back. It looks like they're going for the Navi-esque play against Navi here, just creeping up long. The crossover smokes will land. Now, in response will come the Navi utility, and Electronic's going to get tagged. His blood's going to be over the wall. They can probably see that.
That's a good call. Electronic, however, waiting around the smoke he chose to deploy. There will be a lot of bullets.
Oh, the nade.
Suggested that underhand nade does a lot of damage. It actually finishes off Falda. NBK, Alexi, both shaken by it as well. That's a lot of extra damage Electronic inflicts just before he falls.
Is it enough? MAhvMh7zeuwoKCDZ5hJiBX12YBJbhjfLTs looks like he's got the perfect lineup here. OG surely have got another round, but Flamey has other ideas. Simple from long, removed by the Krieg, and once again, it's Flamey to save what he has. The M4A4 OG will post round number 12 on the board here. And we've still got a few more rounds to be played. The loss bonus will be coming in at $3,400 next round. Still won't be enough for a buy, even the saved M4. There'll be compromises. They'll have to take another partial Chad, and that means no AWPs, but some Deagles, which could work out for them.
Yeah, Stage 2 is delivering in a way that the Stage 1 groups couldn't. There was obviously disparity with some of the teams in the mix. We were getting a lot more quick games. Well, today, both of these best-of-3s are delivering all 3 maps. We're having comebacks galore. We're seeing some bloody blistering moments here. But for Navi now, this is where crunch time comes on, and this is where we're about to get the next spree of exciting rounds. They have to start going for these retakes. They have to start taking a few more risks. They're not getting away with anything right now. OG are beating them at their own game.
Yeah, MAhvMh7zeuwo's got 10K with an AWP already in his hands. That's a mad one. And he's set for the rest of the half. And an RV, a little too silent. Still doing their late buys at spawn. It's going to be Flamey getting across, I believe. It was actually Perfecto jumping across. I thought the rifle would go to B, but no, Flamey's decided he wanted to bolster the long defense.
Well, they're not going through. Okay, just keeping them honest. I got a little bit worried there that they might just throw away this comeback. Okay, well, Alexi, he's given up ahead. BoomH is isolated in pit, but there's only 2 individuals who can deal with him. Electronics here on the corner. More backup is on the way. They could find themselves a couple of kills here as the flashes come over. Issa's back's exposed. The spray transfer is good.
Yeah, he's done very, very, very well there not to go down to the trade frag. That would have put a lot of pressure on, who is it now, Electronic. And 4 members of OG all going to be crawling up long. Electronic has the chance onto the first, but loses a lot of health and will be finished off with a nice trade from Mantu. 3 versus 2. No armor for Simple. He's preparing for the rounds to follow. He got spotted. Yeah, he did. Founder will finish him off. So OG, they are going to completely and totally seal this gap. Navi were just completely and totally pantsing them in the first. But OG's T side, it's been able to materialize into something very substantial. A nice deagle headshot from Perfecto. My goodness.
Surely.
Could very well be a potential second on the cards. He sees Valda's head on the car. His teammates are going to be screaming at him. They're saying you saw him. He doesn't know where. And he does go down in the end. 13 for OG.
Just trying to work out, was round 22 the round that came down to the last seconds?
Yeah, that was the one where it got very awkward at the AWP shot, and it all started to get very, very crazy for him.
That's where this comeback has started, right?
Yeah.
That's where OG have been able to mount this from. You have to think about this now. If Navi lose this gun round, next round they're only going to get 3,400. So if they don't keep a lot of individuals alive once they lose a bomb site, they will not have a gun round to defend round number 15. They will have to take another one of these partial weird buys with deagles and a couple of smokes, maybe the nades. So that means that if they don't win this round right here, they're almost conceding round 15 over to OG, and then they have to defend at 15-14 with their last-ditch buy. You can see the change up here. It's the double AWP again. It worked for them one round, then they lost it in the following. The rifles are out. There's 3 defuse kits. They have everything they need to be potent, but they continue to lose long. And OG, ever since round 22, where they put that one on the board, they're 6 rounds in a row right here. They are looking fantastic for this comeback. Navi are struggling to get damage done.
I mean, wow. Number 1 versus number 28 in the ESL World Rankings. And it's 13-14, 3 maps, round 28 with it all to do for Navi. Chad has highlighted exactly what's at stake and what could be the fallout of conceding round 28 for the CT side. The double AWP adaption is going to be tested initially by the dribble smoke, a responsive Molotov to keep them at bay. All hinging, all of the hours of Counter-Strike. Oh my God.
The straight-up contact play through the dribble smoke.
Goodness.
Flamey could line up a few of them or get nothing. He pulls the incendiary, allows him to get through, but he does find the first. Flashbang comes over, and could he find map? And series point here is beautiful so far. Issa left in the 4 versus 1. It's Valda, I beg your pardon, but surely he will be meeting a similar fate. Down he goes, and there it is. Series point finally found after losing 6 rounds in a row against the OGT side here. It's Flamey, who was caught with his pants down. He recovers to get the first, then hits some magnificent shots here. The third was a thing of beauty. Straight to the head of Mantu. Nothing could be done. And now just one more will do it. Oh, there is still quite a strong chance of OT.
Yeah, never much love, but I absolutely would love to see it this time. That's for sure. Mantu going to be AWPing on that cross. Any damage he inflicts here could have such huge implications for his squad. No damage inflicted. Alexi charging down middle, though. Any nades that connect, any choice these players make now. Wow, Electronic, the jump for info. That was for lower tunnels. You didn't make a bargain on someone being on Xbox, so Alexi's advantage squandered there. And now Electronic with a smoke on the molly. He's just planting the seeds of doubt that there could be someone pushing it. Look at that. Issa's going to unload a full magazine into the smoke. Electronic learning all the more information, building more of a picture as to where
What a nade.
GT side is positioning themselves. Issa catches a full nade damage down to 50 and a re-smoke as well. Oh, now you've seen 2 CT smokes on the short position, keeping them at bay.
1 minute could separate us from the end of this series, or OG edging closer towards overtime. Flashbang around the corner, Electronic ready and waiting. The flash is decent, the creek doesn't quite connect, but it does take down 1 player before it goes down. We might be done here, but Mantu keeps him alive for now. 3 versus 2, he has been dinged. Simple at the car, doesn't miss many, and this one's guaranteed. Walks into it, and now Valda He'll have to clutch out 3 versus 1. It all starts here. Misses a shot on Simple, and he can't really do that more than once. Flamey will punish him for it. And finally, we have our victor. It was a long old series there, but Navi